So I guess we have to talk about flat Earth.
Do we really have to?
Well, it's a thing, and it's my show, so yes.
I mean, it's not like all of the space programs are fake, right?
No, how do we know?
Yeah, how do we know?
I'm open to it.
Me too.
Is any of it real?
None of it. But don't tell anyone, okay? Wait, you're not recording this, are you?
Did I tell you about the Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app?
We know.
We know.
Everyone knows. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
This is just a trick, like everything at NASA. But you know what isn't? Flat Earth. Oh, shut up.
If you're not moving with flat Earth, then you're just standing still. Got that?
Flat Earth. Again. Why can't we seem to get rid of it?
Because it's probably true.
Go to commercial.
I think if people want to investigate flat Earth, they should be able to without censorship. Do your own research and always ask questions.
If you're not fighting for flat Earth, then what are you fighting for? To victory!
Space, the boundary of human achievement, the new frontier.
It's just a cough.
Yeah, right. And the Earth is flat.
In a few moments, you will have an experience which will seem completely real. It can be extremely harmful and result in severe trauma. You have 5 seconds to terminate this tape. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Flat Earth expert Mark Sargent thinks the moon landing was a hoax.
Technically, the moon itself is a hoax.
Right, but betting with Sportsbet's new iPhone app?
I could do this standing on my head.
Thanks, Gravity. Sportsbet's new iPhone app. It's foolproof.
Hold on. I know how we're different. Do you believe the Earth is flat?
I know it's flat. I walk on it.
Holy
Do you think the Earth is flat, Snoop? What do you
It's a flat world after all.
Smoke weed every day.
Broadcasting straight to you from a large spaceship currently at war with mainstream science. Meanwhile, the Peanut Gallery says rumor has it that Mark Sargent has returned, sending shockwaves through the gossip grapevine and causing local curtain twitchers to work overtime. Even more astonishing, reports suggest he has returned with all of his clothes on, leaving conspiracy theorists scrambling for an explanation. Witnesses claim the sheer flamboyance of his comeback has already raised property values and dazzled several unsuspecting bystanders. Welcome to Strange World, where the truth is often stranger than fiction. I'm your host, Mark Sargent, the creator of Flat Earth Clues, which propose that all of us are living inside a Truman Show enclosed structure. Thousands of miles wide. Just Google Flat Earth Mark if you can't find it. Well, you're just not very good at the internet. Currently, the show is on Tuesday nights at 7 Pacific, 10 Eastern. And yes, Carolina, if it's not June 23rd, 2026, then you are listening to a rerun. And yeah, that does mean it's the future and it's America 250 and all that good stuff. You can also find this show on BitChute, Brighteon, and Rumble. YouTube is not the end of Flat Earth. It is only the beginning. The host for this evening, not the co-host, is actually the delightful DJ Curious. Say something to the good people, DJ.
What is up, Strange World? Woo! Woo! God, is that you? Like, what is happening?
And I will be giving people more of a thing, but it's not my show tonight. I just recently came back, and so it is going to be DJ's show tonight with all the special guests. I will come in at the end, and then I will be spending time with the delightful DJ Curious during Strange Lounge and answering as many questions as I can. But I got to finish the intro so I can get the hell out of here. And I will be listening to the background. I also will be in chat. Quote of the day goes exactly like these 5 things from Life's Little Book of Instructions, written in 1940 by a father to his son that was heading off to university. Number 131, learn the state capitals. No, I'm going to make it easier. Just learn the states, right? If you can learn the states, you're going to be in great shape. Nobody learns the capitals anymore. Sorry, guys. Number 132, visit Washington, D.C. at least once. Yeah, you know what? You probably should. It's important. It's kind of a thing, especially this year if you can go. Number 133, let other people have the stage. Yes, absolutely agree. Do not steal the spotlight from other people unless it's absolutely necessary. If somebody's trying to make a point and they've got the stage, give it to them. Just freaking give it to them. Number 134, don't buy cheap tools. Peanut would join along with that one. Do not buy cheap tools. And number 35, which was an interesting one. If you have crooked teeth, straighten them. Okay, sure. Why not?
Wait, I think we did these ones already.
No, we didn't.
Really?
No. Wait, were you reading some of these?
I don't know.
No, I don't think you did them.
I think it's the Mandela effect.
The Mandela effect, probably.
Mandingo.
Remember, the best way to find other Flat Earth members like yourselves is get the Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app. Yeah, it's cheap, it's easy, and you can use it to convert others into the great and powerful Flat Earth army, like DJ and Peanut and me and all these fine people in chat. So sleepy. And because it's 10 p.m. on the East Coast, it's time to say goodnight to one of our listeners. She's just put on her 1978 Buford and the Galloping Ghost pajamas. Got a cup of cocoa with exactly 6 tiny marshmallows, and we'll probably listen to the playback in the morning. Good night, Paige.
Good night, Paige.
This says show the background because DJ works hard in the background, and you know what? Show it. Go ahead. No, not that one. That one. Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, what do you think?
That is a cross between Tom Cruise and I in Mission Impossible. If I was actually in Mission Impossible, that's what I would look like, I think. Maybe.
Oh my God, you guys need to see what else we got.
Oh, do you have an animation for it? Well, we got the song. Oh,
like, I don't know who that guy is, though.
Yeah, he's not quite me. Nice. Oh, wow. How fun is that?
It wouldn't. Cool. It's like you instantly turn into like that Verizon guy. Who's like, can you hear me now?
Yeah. No, that's kind of fun. Thanks for that. That's awesome. Okay. Shout outs obviously to Flat Earthers, Stephen Carpenter of the Deftones. Check him out on Be Real TV, most notably the Dr. Green Thumb show. He's having a lot of fun on that one. Meetups. I've only got 3 on the list. I have deleted all the rest of my channel's been completely updated, so it says that I'm now back. And again, I will answer what questions I can, but just so you guys know, there is a serious NDA that's tied to this project, and I do want to honor it. Utah, August 8th. Dallas, Texas, November 7th and 8th. And there's another Texas one, November 14th and 15th. I think that's... Which one are you going to, DJ?
TruthOrCon. Dallas, Texas, 7th and 8th. Yep. Tickets are on sale now at TruthOrCon.com.
Right on. And the International Truth Expo presents Mark Sargent, DJ Curious with Strange World, Angels of Light, Amy Elohim with Restored Identity, Kyle Adams with Abolish NASA, Matt Landman with Frankenskies, the movie, Ryan with Burn the Corporate Fiction returns for ITE 2026, and more exciting speakers to be announced soon. Tickets are on sale now. Visit internationaltruthexpo.com for more info or call 888-706-8185. Tickets are on sale. Children 18 and other get a free VIP ticket with a paying parent. Camping and RV parking is included for 3 nights when you buy a VIP ticket. Now sponsored by the Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app. Use code CAROL-K when getting the app. Thank you, Flat Earth Dave Weiss. Thank you, Rogers Hood Apothecary and Kim Rogers and team for sponsoring ITE. Go check out their website, rogershood.com. See you all in Quartzsite, Arizona.
And we have a few extra because, the Flat Earthers were crafty and started messaging and emailing me. So we have That Flat Farm for Flatstock July 25th and 26th in Harleyville, South Carolina at Tommy's Farm. Then we have a Flat Earth social event Tuesday, June 30th, 7 p.m. at the Bridge House Hotel in the UK. And then last but not least is the Conspiracy Music Gurus The Gathering in Spain. 5 days of fun starting on September 20th with the main event on the 22nd in Javia, Spain at Arenal Beach, hosted by Alex and the Guru Band. Tickets on sale at conspiracymusicguru.com.
Right on. Okay, so that's basically it. I'm going to be in the background listening, and I'm going to jump over because I got to see if I can help Sandra with her audio issues before she comes on. So DJ's going to have fun with his guests. If you need anything, I will be watching the chat. I'll be watching anything. So yeah, I have returned. This is not an AI version, and yeah, it's good. It's good to be back. So
yeah, welcome back. I guess that. How do we know it's really the real you?
Go away.
Fine. You want to see me for a half second?
How do we know it's not AI?
Boom.
Hey,
there I am.
What's up?
There I am.
Without cap and all.
That is me. Yeah, I'm not doing a hat for a while because the project I was doing on was done without a hat.
There you go.
So I am embracing the non-hat thing, which, as you guys know, I do from time to time. If you guys ever want me to wear a hat, I will always have a hat in my bag. So there you go.
Looking good. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you. We will we'll talk soon, and enjoy the show, guys.
All right. Thanks for that. What a relief that was. Just like prayers have been answered. So with that being said, welcome to the chat. Thanks for being here, guys. Mark will be back at the end of the night into the Strange Lounge, so stick around and we'll get to his questions like he said. But now I'm very excited to bring back a Strange World regular, Mr. Joe Hanvey. Welcome back to Strange World. How are you doing tonight?
Doing well. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no, this is great. So last time we saw each other was International Truth Expo, and you drove for the first time I hear to the desert across country with that dome, right?
Yep.
Is that the one right there?
Yeah, it was. I spent 4 days in a car and I think it was like right at 5,000 miles.
Wow, I know you've made it within a couple days, and along the way you picked up Run Boston Bear to join you on the last leg of the trip. And what was going through your mind headed to International Truth Expo? Because I didn't realize you had never been to the desert where there weren't so many trees. You were saying how you just kind of grew up in a place where you couldn't really see the expanse of the earth until you kind of get into high desert, and then all of a sudden was it just blowing your mind how open, and what were you thinking at that time?
I mean, JT will be able to tell you that like the whole time, once you get about halfway through Texas, the landscape just changes. And I've never seen that change personally. I knew it existed, but I've never seen it like with my own eyes. And it was like driving into a new world, a different world. Like it's just everything so wide open, the sky, the ground, everything. And then when the mountains start coming into view, like they don't have any trees. It's just like desert, naked mountains. And where it's not mountainous, it's just flat. So it's not like where I'm at in the foothills of the Appalachians is you know, I can't see very far because the terrain is up and down, up and down, up and down, unless I'm in specific locations.
Yeah, it's so interesting
Like,
because
when you get out west, like I just recently went to Salt Lake City, and you could be on a road downtown and look, and you can just see straight for miles and miles and miles down that one road. And that's just not something that's very common here in the foothills in South Carolina.
Well, and plus being a flat earther, we do look at the earth differently. I mean, if that's the first time you've ever been really to see, you're like, not only is there no curve, but you're probably curious in your own mind of, okay, how far can I actually see down to the distance with your own eyes? And when you're in the desert like that, it is its own kind of beautiful. It can be very shocking how in certain areas it's dry and there's not much. But once you get to Arizona, I mean, the cacti, it's one of the wettest deserts in the world. So it's got crazy cactus and it's absolutely beautiful. The sunsets are different than being even at the coast. I mean, I'm from the West Coast, and you know, the colors, the pastels of the desert. And so it's just really cool that you took that time and energy to do the trip and got there right on time to hang out with everybody and answer questions about the dome, which we're going to get into this evening, and kind of you're going to catch us up on what you've been experimenting with, because, you know, you've been on Strange World a few times now. We've gotten to see how you demonstrate certain, you know, celestial phenomena with the sun and the moon, and whether it be eclipses or star trails. I'm excited to show everybody some newer things you've taken and just the fun you're having. So, you know, maybe everybody doesn't know this isn't full-time what you're doing. You do this when you have the time and energy and feel called to kind of explore with the dome. But you also, just like most of us, have to have work and have our regular lives. But, you know, I think it's interesting just to hear from being your friend, and we keep in touch every couple of months, that, you know, it goes in waves where all of a sudden you're more motivated. And so what have you been working on recently, and what are you excited to share with us?
Yeah, I think that's what you said there is a good way of putting it. Like, I've never made any money off of this. I don't take money from people. It's just a hobby on the side. Like, my brother and I own our own business together. So, you know, that's where my main focus is making sure that stays running well and doing well and that kind of stuff. And then everything else is just a hobby outside of that. But
well, it's a cool hobby to have, right? Because I'd look at you, there's not many people in the world that are experimenting with how does this place really work through the lens of how the creator says he did it in the biblical narrative, right? So you're kind of pulling inspiration from there and inspiration from other experience, and probably what other people have done, but to actually build based off of the flat model with the lights that you use, it's just cool. It's like Legos on steroids in its own way, or whatever connects and people use back in the day. But it just seems like a fun hobby, and we're so grateful that you're actually doing it, because more people, maybe it'll inspire people out there who are really hands-on and can do these kinds of things with the tools, and start continuing to model, you guys. I mean, that's one of the big arguments on the Globe side, is like, you guys don't have a working model. It's like, well, the earth is pretty freaking unique, right? It's crazy how many functions are happening all at once here, whether it be with our tides. And so to have all the elements to actually model what's going on in the sky, and after what we experienced from TFE, it's a big deal. Like, people want to know how the sun and the moon can actually work with the ground allegedly not curving, based on models that aren't perfect, and maybe we don't have something to exactly represent what's going on here. But what you're doing is helping peek into the mind of the creator and bring to life what we can only do with computer programs on average. So I just have to say that, because it's so interesting that this has been your calling, and I find it to just be cool that you get to share it and catch us up. So
yeah, to kind of piggyback on that, I would say that modeling for me has always been something I've been interested in well before I was a flat earther. But at the same time, I try to model the sky, obviously, just because I was like, if the biblical description is true and I build a model under those assumptions, then will it produce what we observe in reality, or can it produce what we observe in reality? That being said, I'm not claiming that this is how God made it, because he's too big for that. He's just too big for us to fully grasp. And there's so many things when it comes to optics and just the overall system itself. I mean, like you've seen the videos where they put all these marbles on a little disc and each marble is going in a straight line, but it looks like a circle going in a circle. And it's not. It's just everyone's moving in a straight line, but the way your eyes perceive it, it's so, you know, there's a lot when it comes to optics. So I'm never saying when I do this stuff, I'm never trying to make the claim that, yes, this is exactly how it's happening, or that people should latch on to this type of model. I think latching on to models is how we kind of get in trouble. And that may sound odd coming from me, but I'm perfectly okay admitting I don't know what the luminaries are exactly. However, if I make assumptions based on the scriptures and try to model that, I can do so quite successfully in many, many cases. Whether that be Noah's flood, whether that be ocean currents, horizontal paths of light across a level surface that's apparent to the viewer coming from the sun or moon. Like when you see that horizontal path of light across water, we can mimic that. I can mimic moon phases under different assumptions, like assuming different things about the moon itself. I can demonstrate the 24-hour sun phenomena, star trails, whether that be the southern celestial, the northern celestial pole, or the equatorial trails. Sunsets, sunrises with minimal angular size change in the sun over a level surface, assuming atmospheric lensing, just lots of different things. And I mean, there's more. I've done more than that, but just to name a few. And the fact that we can physically model these things versus not being able to physically model them, only being able to digitally model them, like you just mentioned, DJ. That makes it much more viable, the fact that we can physically model the things that we claim and explain those quite simply. So,
absolutely. And that's what's cool about it. I mean, we want to know how this place works. We're never going to fully know. Peeking to the mind of God is like crazy, but it is awesome to see how much progress you've made. And you've been kind of neck and neck with providing a lot of rebuttals to the TFE experiment in real time. And so you deserve that. When you had the free time from work and everything, then you dedicated to this. I mean, you really went to bat for Flat Earth a lot and got major crap for it. And I find that just to be so interesting, because those who have gotten to know you know you're a stand-up guy and just very, very honest and forward with your work, and seeing through the BS and the lies that they were playing was just great to see you with the knowledge that you have of like, that's not being forthright and I can actually model it physically. So here you go, pretty close. And so what are we looking at here with these Legos, which this is just making me laugh. Do you want to walk us through what this video is?
Yeah, so this is me demonstrating sunrise and sunset. Now, if the coffee table were longer, then I could get it to set bottom up to the apparent horizon. And what I'm using is, I'm using a laser, a cardboard box, my coffee table, a couple of Lego men, and a Fresnel lens. I have the laser pointed level above the Fresnel lens, which the Lego men are standing behind. That laser creates a focal point on the cardboard box, which I drag back across the table. That focal point stays on the same spot at the top of the box, which just indicates that it's maintaining its position, it's maintaining level, it's not pointed down, it's not pointed up, it's just maintaining that level position. Drawing the cardboard box backwards represents the focal point of the laser that represents our sun moving horizontally through the atmos above us. And what you get is and this is just a cheap Fresnel lens from Amazon that's for reading books if you have poor eyesight. That's mainly what it's for, or at least what it's labeled for. So if I could, which I'm working on, if I can
hit play,
a better lens to mimic the Atmos even better, it'll be even better than this. But what you're seeing is you're not only seeing a sun that seems to drop in perspective as it recedes away from you horizontally above you on a level surface, you're also seeing it maintain minimal angular size change. So yes, is there still size change? Yes, there is, but it's very minimal in this. Now this is kind of blurry. My original video is quite a bit better, where you can really see the laser, the focal point of the laser, and how it very, very slightly changes angular size. But not only that, it shows how if you watch here, as it goes behind the shoulder or the arm of the Lego man, it disappears bottom up.
Why are the Legos so cute in this? I don't know. Right? Do we all love this? I think you need Legos every time. It just makes it more fun.
Yeah, I added those in because I've often said I'm over here playing with Legos. Give me NASA's budget and resources, and I'll do something very cool. So I threw the Legos in kind of as a inside joke to that quote, that statement that I've made many times. But showing that bottom up obstruction is not, it doesn't prove a curved surface at all. You're seeing it happen, demonstrated live physically, assuming a level Earth and a sun moving horizontally above us and atmospheric lensing. It's assuming those things. And then the blue Lego guy, you can see he's only about an inch or so behind.
Oh, I thought that was his girlfriend. Like that haircut.
Yeah, he's only about an inch or so behind, but his whole bottom half almost is obstructed. And if I pull that lens out of the way, which I should have done right here at the end, I should have just pulled the lens out of the way, that obstruction would disappear. So we know there is atmospheric lensing, there's atmospheric mirroring. That's where mirages come from. We know we have these effects. We know we have an apparent horizon that can be compressed, it can be expanded, or in low atmospheric conditions where you have very good seeing conditions, you can see a very clear image with minimal distortion, whether that be compression or expansion. We see the apparent horizon move around. It's never a constant. It's like fluctuating, almost like the Earth is breathing, you know, but the Earth's not technically breathing. It's just the atmospheric, well, maybe it is. It's the atmosphere.
Right? I mean, there's a pulse to this place. There's like some sort of rhythm. Obviously the tides feel like it's in and out, breath, like the Earth is breathing. I mean, come on.
Yeah, so that's what this demonstration shows. And it's made as a visual for those who have a hard time visualizing things in their head. I really didn't even know until a few years ago that there's people who can't visualize things in their head very well. They have to visually see it to be able to even have that in their mind. Like a person who not really suffers from that, but has that, told me, she's like, if you told me to visualize an apple and I'd never seen it, I wouldn't be able to do it. That's not really a good analogy, but she was trying to make the point that if she can't physically see it with her eyes, then it's hard for her to create a visual picture in her mind. And
well, I mean, I look at it in real estate. There's people who can picture themselves living in a home that if it's empty, or there's the people that need the furniture to visualize the space, right? That's why staging is a thing. So, you know, what you're doing with the Legos really helps someone like me, because now I can just love it even more. I think it makes it instantly more fun. But I want to bring on Run Boston Bears, because this is your friend here who joined you on that last leg of the trip. I don't know if JT was here in that part, but we were talking a little bit about that at the beginning of the stream. And so welcome, JT, to Strange World.
Hey, sorry I missed sound check. Let me know how it sounds.
Sounds perfect.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'll catch you up on where I was, but yeah, I didn't hear anything, sadly.
Okay, perfect. So we were just kind of talking about your guys' trip and Joe seeing the horizon so open for the first time between the ratio of sky to the desert, and how far you guys could see. And as flat earthers, obviously that's something we look for, because we're just looking at like, how far does this place really go? It's so much more simple than the globe model, when you're just like, dude, that road will just keep going and it's disappearing into a vanishing point. It's not going beyond a curve. Nobody's upside down. The sky is just, what's going on with the sky? We don't fully know. That's why Joe's here to help us out. And thank you for joining in so you can help us ask the right questions. Because viewers, if you guys have questions that I might not get to, help me out and we'll make it a really great night.
Yeah, I'll just jump right in there and say, hey, Joe, good to see you, brother, as always. And that trip wasn't really supposed to happen for me, but it just like, I think God paved a way for it just to work out, for him to pick me up halfway. And I'll tell you, that trip was amazing to see the heart that Joe has just for truth and for our Heavenly Father. And like I didn't really realize that his passion for scripture and apologetics and just the story of Jesus and what he even did for us and who he is more important to him than any of his telescopes, any of his material things, any of his knowledge, his YouTube channel, or any of his truth or journey. Like Christ is first and on top. And that was cool because I mean, that's it definitely is first and foremost in my life, paramount. But to see him looking around at the sky and like you're explaining it, looking bigger and opening up and ultimately seeing the stars at a slightly different angle because he's just observed them so many hours over and over all night long with this stuff, and he got to take it way out there to the International Truth Expo and set it up and show me what it was and teach me about it. I mean, literally it was like a long lost brother on that trip and getting to know him, talking deep. Yeah. Praying and getting to see him observe the heavenly bodies from a different position was almost as cooler than seeing them myself. You know, like it was cool to go. It was a really, really cool trip.
It was a dream come true in my mind too, because ever since I started on Strange World, I thought, okay, how can I get the right people at the right time on to share what they know about this place? Because I think we all need to work together and we all have different gifts. And that's the whole point of how some people need the modeling and some don't, and some are great with computers and whatever. You know, it was just fun to see it come to life because shout out to Carol with the K for taking the torch and putting on the event and, you know, being so open to whatever presenters that people were throwing out names and getting Joe there and Joe excited and you and all of it coming together just to make it fun. And I remember one of the best nights I had was when we had Joe's telescope set up outside. It's a perfect desert night. And again, you hadn't, I guess, seen the sky that black maybe before, Joe, or that dark. And so you were excited to kind of show us constellations and different things, the celestial bodies, and being like, look, I know they're not balls of gas, but they're pretty freaking amazing and they are real. And here I've spent time, you know, taking pictures of the heavens. And we're just like, oh my God, it sounds crazy on the globe side to be like, okay, these clowns are not believing that they're balls of gas and all what else. I'm like, how do you even photograph those types of gas anyway? That's just so much imagery and CGI that NASA puts out, but to see the actual images that you've been able to capture, Joe, and then knowing that NASA and them are just twisting what they really are and making up things about these pictures, you know what I mean? That's what's really, in our opinion, happening. And so it's just so cool that it all came together, and I had a great time too, obviously. So.
Yeah, for sure. The sky out there, it really stays true to the name Big Sky Country. And it's just different. Like, I can't really describe it. I can try. Cassiopeia, for example, the queen, she's opposite Ursa Major, the Big Dipper of Polaris. And you can basically draw a straight line from Dupy, which is the front star of the tip of the spoon of the Big Dipper, across Polaris to I think it's Calf, the star Calf, which is the front star, and like the crooked looking M that is Cassiopeia. And here at my house in South Carolina, looking up at Cassiopeia, she's kind of small, not very big, but it was weird. Like in Arizona, she looked like 3-4 times bigger in the sky than what I'm used to. And I noticed it immediately. I was like, it's like everything's closer to me here. At least that was how it appeared. And I think a lot of that has to do with the light pollution. There's just not much light pollution out there, whereas where I live, I have the light pollution of downtown Greenville and downtown Easley on either horizon. So I can only really look at a small portion of my sky and get really good images. Well, all that stuff is up there. Yeah, I mean, I don't believe in galaxies or nebulas as we've been taught, but they're up there. What they are is up for debate.
No, it's interesting because we don't know exactly what they are. Could they be angels, celestial, ethereal bodies? I don't know, but they just are beautiful. And it's like the decorations for this place that God put lights up on, in the sky. And I love the scripture that he made two great luminaries, the sun and the moon, and then he made the stars also to shine light upon the earth. So they are made for us to be looking up and just imagining what God came up with as how he would want to decorate his most perfect creation, the earth. So it's pretty incredible to see really not everyone has the patience and can do those things and take astral photography, and can be long nights and frustrating with the equipment, right? Because it was like, oh, I'm not getting the shot, and it's taking time to download. And so just putting the time into get the pieces of work that you have is just awesome. And I've had friends over the years that also take pictures. It's fun because I have a globe friend who has the most amazing telescope, and he can control it remotely from New Mexico, even though he lives here in California, and get these incredible pictures. But he's looking at it like it's deep space. But on this side, flat earth, we're looking at it like we don't know exactly, but it's definitely something way cooler than a big empty nothing universe, right? So what other videos should we play? I also have your YouTube up where I can go through a couple, just whatever videos you think are the best, just to give people, again, a refresher on some stuff that you do, and we can kind of work towards that before we hit the top of the hour.
Yeah, I think the two Star Trail videos, I texted you just over the past couple of days.
Okay, yeah, I'll get those up.
Because we can observe star trails in reality. I can go out here in my front yard and set up a star trail time lapse and see southern, equatorial, and northern trails from my front yard here in South Carolina.
This is me focusing the camera on the southern.
I've done it in Florida. So it's easy to observe the northern, southern, and equatorial trails. Yeah, that's not the video that I texted you, is it?
It's one of them. Let me try a different one, maybe.
One was a while back, I felt like. That might be it. I sent you two, so that might be one of them.
Okay, let me try the other one. Yeah, so if you want to kind of maybe just start explaining what we will be seeing.
Yeah, I mean, basically, what you're seeing is when
This is a straight. Those are your.
When I project the stars into this dome.
Is this it, by the way?
Go ahead.
Is this the video?
Yeah, this is it. So go back to that picture though and pause it. So that's live projected in, and then the next one that comes up, that's just a quick little snapshot.
And explain again, are these the star trails you're demonstrating?
Pause it right there for a second. So this model back here that you see, in this particular video, I was projecting them from underneath to my atmospheric ceiling, Atmos ceiling, superfluid ceiling. It could be, like I said, I don't know exactly how it's all working perfectly yet. I'm still working on that, but I do believe we have layers to the Atmos. So there would be layers, and those layers can act like a two-way mirror. People say I'm crazy. Well, you can ask Google this. Where the layers of the Atmos meet, can that act like a two-way mirror? It'll tell you yes. We have atmospheric mirroring. We see it at the surface. So if it's happening on small scale, it's happening large scale. So regardless, the two-way mirror, whether it's a superfluid that begins and just fills the top of the dome, or there's layers that act as a two-way mirror, that two-way mirror is there for that reason. So that's one assumption. And doesn't matter if I project the stars in from above or up from underneath, I get this same effect that you see in this picture that you've got paused on my video. So we only see half of the sky is day, half of the sky is night. So we're only going to see half of this sky. And that southern star trail, that southern celestial pole, is created by this sky system. And where the edge of that southern trail meets the edge of the northern trail, that's where you get your equatorial trails that look like straight lines between the opposing rotation, what looks like an opposing rotation. It's all moving west, but based off of how we see it, it looks counterclockwise north and clockwise in the south. So this system is creating a kaleidoscopic type effect where you get a southern star trail that's different from the northern star trail. It doesn't look identical, and it's apparent to the viewer, so it follows the viewer around the edge, the outer edge, and depending on your lat and long outwards, then it's either going to be higher or lower in your perspective. And then again, we'll follow you. It's just an apparent view. So I'm not claiming that's how it's happening exactly in real life. It's just interesting when I do long exposures. And if you click the video, you'll see some of these shots and long exposures. I get the counterclockwise, I get the clockwise, I get the equatorial trails. Just like when I take my camera outside and do star trails outside, they look very, very similar, almost identical in some cases. Is it perfect? No, I'm still working on it. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to figure out all the little intricacies of it, but that's part of modeling. You just keep working at it and progress further and further and further. I mean, when the first iPhone dropped compared to the iPhone we have now, it's a huge difference.
Right.
So yeah, here you have the northern, southern, and equatorial trails, and that's just a video of it. And then after this, you'll see either a long exposure or just like a quick snapshot of that. So you can see that counterclockwise. Now, this is another video zoomed in on the equatorial zone, but at the edges, you see the counterclockwise and clockwise movement, and through the center, it looks straight lines. And now a long exposure is going to come up of this, where after I turned from video to photo and went to long exposure in this same position, this is what you get. You get these equatorial trails, and then you get the northern and southern celestial poles, and then a real life photo. There you go. It looks almost identical to what we see in real life. Now, and here showing the southern celestial pole. And
Wait, I want to go back to that other one.
Northern celestial pole.
I'm going back a minute. That picture is so amazing.
Yeah. So this is what I've captured this myself in different states, from my own property in different places in different states. It's well known in astrophotography that we see this. We also see this phenomenon with the sun. The sun has an arc in the north, and it has an arc in the south that appear to oppose each other while still moving west. And we can, with long exposures or time lapses, we can see that when the sun crosses the equator, as we're approaching our northern winter, we see it begin to arc back the other way, but it's still going west. So in our winter here in the north, it rises southeast and sets southwest. In our summer here in the north, it rises northeast and sets northwest. And then during the equinoxes, it rises east and sets west. This is just an optical phenomena of the celestial dome and sky system. And in my opinion, and based on what I can model.
Well, I mean, this is what the globe side. So their argument is this can only happen on a globe, right? And they're saying that because of just that it's a sphere and the way that the Earth is allegedly spinning, etc. But yet this is clearly indicates to me that the Earth is still, that the stars move as one, and that they're rotating above us, and that you're able to model it, you know, pretty closely with what you've built there. So it's just very cool, because this has been coming up recently as just, you know, there's a few people I could think of that have questions about how do the star trails work, and unless there's someone kind of playing around with it, it is hard for many people to visualize. I mean, it's a big place here. We're trying to shrink down to a small space and duplicate phenomena that we're like, it's how God designs, right? So what else can you tell us about this photo that points to maybe flat Earth being correct versus the globe? Anything else come to mind?
Yeah, so when people say that it can only work on a globe, that's just because that's all we've ever been told. They haven't thought that through 100%. Like, they just haven't.
And so what are they missing?
I'm sure people can, you know, say whatever about me making that statement, but it's obviously true. So, you know, I also have solar system models.
There you go.
Don't just, like, I question all this stuff, and I try to keep an open mind. I try to entertain new ideas and stuff without accepting them fully, which I think Aristotle said the mark of true intelligence is to be able to entertain different ideas or ideologies without accepting them as fact or something.
Right, two opposing thoughts.
Yeah. So if you wanted to model the star trails in this kind of system, you have to follow the rules of the system, which makes very specific claims. So you would have to have your Earth in a very large space, tilted on its axis, spinning on that axis, moving with the sun as the sun moves through the expanse of the galaxy. And then you have to have all your stars in that room at different distances to get this, to get the star trails. And the problem with that is you can clearly see if the night side of the Earth is doing this, how are we ever going to get repeating star trails? And how will we get these perfect cyclical
concentric rings?
Yeah, concentric rings and very, very minimal parallax at all. Right. So the parallax problem with this would be massive. I don't think anybody could ever physically model it in this kind of system. If they can, then do it, is what I would say.
Yeah, exactly. So no, those are great points. Those are things that I've heard on the flat side. I mean, what's cool is there are people that make content like this that are out there. It's whether it be TikTok or Instagram, and they can explain these things. I think it's hard, and Dave's new website looks a lot more user friendly, I think, to kind of pull up when you're trying to talk about this stuff with people or do your own research and have a better understanding of what you know. Do you want me to keep playing this video though and finish it out so you can?
Yeah, you can play this one and probably the other star trail video.
Okay, so walk us through the end of this, and then there's a couple other people backstage that might have some questions for you. We'll get to in a few minutes, guys.
So yeah, we're just in my current position, and like I said, my position's ever changing because I've been physically working with optics for going on 5 years now, and I'm really just now starting to really grasp this stuff to where I can demonstrate it much better. So my knowledge and my opinions on all of this are evolving as I go, obviously. But the main thing is, currently, I'm able to show proof of concept for the southern celestial pole, the northern celestial pole, and equatorial trails. Are there still questions that are unanswered? Absolutely. That's always going to be the case. Doesn't matter what kind of model we try to model, it's always going to create more questions. So that's just...
I know, isn't it crazy how many disclaimers we have to do, you poor guy? I know, because there's people on the globe side watching going like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, and da-da-da-da-da. It's like, no, Joe, this crowd already knows and loves you, and so we're no one's going to hold you to anything. We know you're doing the best you can, so just want to make sure you know that too.
Yeah, so, I mean, you could probably play that. I think this is back at the beginning, so you could probably play the other video now. And it's just another star trail video. I think this is the one where I added me and JT into the personal azimuthal dome just for fun. So it is the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I'll pull that up. Just kind of give me a second here.
Hey, while you're pulling that up, I just wanted to let the chat know I'm dropping in the chat Alan's conceptual model that Dave put on his app that he did a presentation for Clubhouse and for Earth Awakenings. If you haven't seen it yet, it's pretty cool.
This is a physical demonstration of how we can have the 24-hour Antarctic sun phenomena in the dome model. It's because of the select.
Because it's a related phenomenon. So the sky phenomena that's causing the apparent clockwise and counterclockwise rotation of the stars is also doing that with the apparent sun that we see. Now, when I say apparent sun, and globers or globe proponents try to say something about apparent sun, most of them don't realize their own model claims apparent positions to the celestial bodies. That we're not physically seeing them where they're at, we're seeing them in an apparent position. Not only that, the globe model also invokes an azimuthal dome view where that apparent position shows up to us. So
in the enclosed level Earth model, we also agree that there's an azimuthal dome view and that there is an apparent position to whatever the source is to the sun. We see that in an apparent position. And what this video shows is when the source is moving over Capricorn, then the apparent position of that source in the system is showing up far south, and it appears to be going in the opposite direction. And in this, it's also, because it's apparent, it follows the viewer as well. So that would explain that it maintains that 15 degree per hour apparent position through the sky. And then as I move the camera, focusing the camera on the southern sky in the
For some reason, it just automatically plays you guys. I don't know. That's ghetto, but I don't know how to fix that.
Go back to the other video.
Sorry.
That's all good.
Technical difficulties. Where is the other video?
It's the one you were just on.
This one? Is it that one?
I just see a blank screen right now. Oh, there it is. Yeah. So right there, I'm moving the camera, but not the source sun. And the apparent position of that source is following the camera. Just like the horizontal path of light that the sun and moon create on water, as you walk down the beach, that follows you. It's an apparent position. The same thing's happening, and the sky system is what's causing this optical phenomenon, in my opinion. Now, could it be working some completely different way? Absolutely. All this is proof of concept that this could be a modality in which this is working. And that's the Antarctic 24-hour sun there.
Which wouldn't it be crazy if this is what, I mean, I think this is more accurate than whatever else they can tell us outer space is allegedly doing. I mean, if we live under a glass dome and the Bible in Genesis says there's a firmament, who knows what the firmament's made out of? How does it work optically? I feel like this place is just so mind-blowing, and God was like, dude, I'm not only going to make a timepiece that's gorgeous, I'm going to make it so intricate. No one will know exactly how it works, but trust me, it's working, obviously, and it looks insane, and you just need to not freak out about it, right? Like, that's, I think, what we're supposed to be thinking. So I'm going to go to the other one.
Yeah, so the sky, the way the sky is revealing these lights to us optically, that's the same one.
Okay, yeah. I know. I was just making sure you knew that.
Just fast.
Okay, so we'll let you narrate it.
Yeah, right here, like, okay, so that's looking up at the southern part of the sky from underneath, showing the southern rotation, above the camera looking up in the south. Here, I've added in the personal azimuthal dome into the larger dome, and it shows the apparent view in that personal azimuthal dome of northern, southern, and southern celestial poles and the equatorial trails. This is just from a side view of that same shot. So just moved over to the side and shot it. Again, another above view. So you're seeing this westerly rotation, main rotation, but in our azimuthal dome view, we have this northern celestial pole, equatorial trails, and southern celestial pole optically. So I can do this a bunch of different ways, and I can capture it from inside, from outside, from above, from underneath. I can project the stars from underneath. I can project them from above. I can project the sun from underneath. I can project it from above, and I'm getting these same optical effects. And it's just how the celestial dome and sky system is presenting the celestial bodies to us. And not only that, how our eyes view that space, if that makes sense. Like here, he wrote the word moon, and he looked at it from the north and looks at it from the south, and it flips. You can also see how it's bending the arrows into a southern celestial pole, and it's showing that phenomena of equatorial, southern, and northern trails. This is a real live shot, obviously. It's a composite because it's like a wide angle that's just been flattened out, because
that would look more wrapped, more like this in real life, where, and this was one of my first attempts, so I didn't even get a really good shot of it, but you could see it. This is another one from real life. This is more accurate to how much you can see in one sky. And then again, showing a real world shot of equatorial, northern, and southern, and then how the dome, the azimuthal dome and celestial dome can cause this. The azimuthal dome is just a shrunken down view of the larger celestial dome. Another early long exposure of star trails. This is a God's eye view, and you can see where it flattens out. That's where your equatorial trails are, where it seems to flatten out from above. It's not flattened out looking like that from the south necessarily until you focus on the equatorial region, where they as they rotate in, they converge and then diverge out as they rotate out, but they're all going west.
Okay, well, very, very cool. It is almost that time, unless JT, any comments on this or questions? Well, because we're going to go to break, guys, in a minute here, and then we'll bring on the rest of our guests for the second hour. So we will be back with Joe Hanvey, but JT.
Yeah, man. I guess the only comment I've got is, I'm coming up on 5 years into this thing, and it's been fun to relax into the beauty of this whole thing, like just this seeking of truth, because there's a lot of people that are waking up, a lot more people, and in the very beginning, it was about the debate, and it was about being able to argue. And you almost have to enter into the globe paradigm to argue or to debate, the insanity of it all, really. And they don't even know that it's a story. And, the dynamics and kinematics of how we see and what the stars are and where they're at, man doesn't really know. They made up stories about it. So I guess what I'm saying is I went to Confluence and the Elementals Gathering and the New Biology Experience, and there's so many people that are curious about cosmology is one of them. These people are looking into the medical stuff too and having questions. But it's cool that people aren't near as triggered. They're just like, oh wait, what have you learned? Or can you tell me a little bit more about how we see these celestial bodies in apparent positions, and like the azimuthal grid of vision, or the PAD as Dave calls it, personal atmospheric dome. It's just like the thing you're showing right there. And people almost get triggered that's how we see personally. When we're in a spot, you can only see so much. And I just appreciate all the work you've been doing, Joe, and then DJ and Mark, you guys doing this show. You usually have a good turnout, and it's just people showing up, family, seeking the truth, ignoring the trolls, moving forward. And so, yeah, it's been awesome.
All right. Well, thank you. Yep. All right, guys. Well, we're going to go to break, so don't go anywhere. We will be back with Joe Hanvey and guys backstage. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you in a minute. I say that all professional, and I can't get the thing ready.
It's all good.
This is a Flat Earth show.
It's awesome.
The Flat Earth Clock app has a new feature that will be a game changer. Flat Earth proof flashcards are here. Over 200 proofs destroying the globe. Swipe to go to the next card, or click the shuffle icon to go to a random card. If you see an info icon on the top, click it to get more information on that specific flat Earth proof. Click the back button to go back to a previous card at any time. The more info icon could be a website, a playlist, a book, or a video. Use the share icon to share cards with others via text, email, airdrop, or any other sharing modality. Update your Flat Earth Clock app today and start increasing your Flat Earth knowledge and sharing it with others.
Join me, Karen B, for Coffee Talk every Moon Day at 9:30 a.m. on YouTube, Rumble, Rockfin, Odyssey, and X, where we discuss everything under the sun. Sometimes we do live research, and I open the phones. It's a great way to start the week. Shout out to Mark Sargent, Steph Tone, and all the real ones out there. And now, enjoy the rest of Strange World with the legendary Mark Sargent and DJ Curious. Woo. Stay flat, y'all.
And welcome back to Strange World Part 2 of 2. How's it going
Night and
today?
day.
Yeah, and you know what that was? Joe Jackson stepping out from his album. And
Night and day.
Yeah, I think I do that backwards too. See? Sorry, Mark. When are you back? When are you back, Mark? I can't take it anymore.
You're doing awesome.
I can't take it. All right, so we got some friends backstage. Let's bring out and load up the screen with all our favorites. Who are we going to bring? The one and only Flat. Sandra is in the house tonight. Woo!
No.
Hi. Hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. We can hear you. You know, backstage we were struggling with that, but you look fabulous.
Yeah.
And hear you.
Why, thank you.
Sound. We hear you crystal clear. Thank you so much for being on Strange World tonight. How's your day been?
Well, up until about an hour ago, it was really great.
I know it's so stressful when they're under the gun. The time is ticking. Peanuts smoking, and it's going 2 minutes. 1 minute.
What are you gonna do? But Mark helped. He said, "Just use your phone." So I'm on my phone.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Oh,
Hi,
and so
everybody.
jamming the plane.
Yeah. You want to talk about that now?
Well, we're gonna get to that, but just we're excited.
Okay.
But yeah, let me get on a couple more people. We got Joe.
Yes.
We also have welcome Trent to the stage. How's it going?
What's up, everybody? Hey, how do I sound right now?
Pretty good.
All right, I'm using earbuds. I bought a dope mic so I could be like DJ, and I couldn't figure out how to get it to work in time. So I'm on my earbuds.
There is no budget. There's nothing. It's a miracle. It's even happening. All right, and I also want to get these lovable to YouTube.
Oh, they're so cute always. I always just think they're so cute.
These lovable goons, Lowry and Nico.
I don't know if you can hear me.
I can hear
Yep.
you, but Lowry's
Hear you.
muted. Lowry's muted.
Rookie mistake.
Well, maybe. Hi.
Do we have to seriously talk about flat Earth again
you're
tonight?
good. Larry's
Are we
fine.
talking about this?
Yeah.
Are we seriously? Are we doing this?
I would rather talk about Mark Sargent. Can everybody ask him questions to see if he's actually a clone or not? Because he was just gone
not
for
gonna
a
answer.
little while.
I know. What's
And
the
I
safe
feel
word?
like
Did we
I
have
don't
a
know
safe
if
word?
he's
Did we have?
really Mark Sargent.
I will say I was on a reality TV show once, and they make you sign a non-disclosure where you get your ass sued if you say anything.
We all know
He's
that
probably
Mark,
like tight-lipped right now.
we all know that Mark was on OnlyFans. Everybody knows it, and we're just gonna let it go. That's just what happened. I mean,
Flat
it's
Earth
just what-
OnlyFans.
I mean, you know what? Strange World on OnlyFans actually is a really good marketing thing. So I don't know what his content is going to be like, but I feel like it would be good.
Mark is like, he's like anything for flat Earth, anything. I will go on OnlyFans. I will go on anywhere. Just let me say flat Earth. Just let me say. But I'm pretty sure it's the OnlyFans.
Mark
I don't know
Sargent,
what.
I don't know.
I
if
want
you're
to talk
not
about
a
it.
clone.
I want to talk about what it was. I don't want to talk about what he did. I'm sure we're gonna find out. Maybe later on the lounge. I don't know.
Oh no, we're not
Yeah,
going to
I mean-
find out until it airs because he's under an NDA until it airs. And just like you, Trent, I have been on several NDA, and I was on Succession, like that TV show on HBO.
Yep.
And I filmed like the last 3 episodes of Succession as background, and they were very tight about the NDAs.
Are they assholes about that? They're just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
don't
They'll,
you
they'll,
talk about
they'll
this?
sue you like to the tune of like $1 million.
They will take away all of your social media. They will literally completely annihilate you with lawyers and everything, and then have Google and Facebook and everyone delete everything. It's serious. Like if you violate an NDA for one of the production studios, it's actually really bad. So
Hey Joe, I just wanted to say I always love I love modelers in general. I'm a nerd like that, and like I get where you're coming from, man. I mean, it's like we're actually trying to make models, and nobody else is trying to do it. And I say we, but really you know. But I'm like I like the idea of like, okay, let's try to model this. Let's try to model this thing, and
Agreed.
see what happens. And that, you know, like when I get this shit from people online, they're like, you don't have a model. We actually do have a working model. We got an A projection that works for flight paths, you know, and then we've got you, and we've got a bunch of other people working on stuff. It's like, this is what could possibly happen here. And when I hear somebody come up and be a jerk and say, you don't have a model, we do have a model, you know, and I want to just be like, dude, we have one. You want to look at it?
I feel like anybody
know?
who says they don't have a model is not a model citizen like Joe Hanvey.
No,
Well, Joe, like your model, you know,
relation there.
So like my thought is like Joe's model, yeah, it explains a lot. Does it have questions? Sure, but the globe model takes into account that the sun and the moon are just the right distances to create an eclipse. So it's like, to me, their model
is a
has
piece of giant junk.
Totally. So I mean, it'd be cool if more people believe flat Earth and we're doing what Joe is doing and actually thinking about how to model it. And the world is filled with optical illusions. And so, yeah, there could be things that are hard to explain because our eyes perceive something different.
Well,
but-
Joe went out there and actually like put his balls on the table and said, like, look, this is what I'm seeing. This is what I'm seeing. And like, and then they want to be like, you don't have a model. You know, no, actually, Joe has a model. And it's just like, when I hear stupid shit from the internet, I'm just like, dude, we are working on models, and they are really good working models, and they actually work in real time. And then people are just like, well, you don't have a model. I'm like, we just showed you a model. Joe just showed you a model. We have several.
Flat Earth has a model. I mean,
it pisses me off. I'm like, dude, we're showing you one. We're showing you. Joe's showing you one.
Flat Earth doesn't have a model. I will fix that problem.
I know. I'm just like,
I mean.
what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Like, just look. We're just showing you this flight paths work on the AA projection. Joe's got a model working on this thing, and I'm just like, dude, just stop and take a breather, have a Coke, sit down, and look at this, as opposed to just saying, you don't have a model. You don't have a model.
No, you know,
I get sick of that shit, man.
We have a model. We just don't have a black budget like NASA.
Well, that's true.
And
That's true.
they don't have a physical model.
Anyway,
They
hi,
have-
Flat Sandra.
They
How
have
are
a
you?
digital model, and that's it. There is no physical globe
No,
model.
There isn't one. It doesn't
Physically-
exist.
Yeah, they can't physically model this.
So where's Mark?
Well, when they try, that whole 3-body problem comes into play. And then add the 4th and the 5th and the 6th
Oh, the
body,
3-body
and it just
problem
goes-
is a complete wrecker of everything. It's
What about the
it wrecks
train
everything.
problem? What about the train problem? You know, the train one where like you have people on the tracks and then you have a train coming, so you like either have to sacrifice the people on the train or the people on the track. So is that sort of like the 3-body problem, or is that?
Are you talking about like?
No, the 3-body problem, just when you try to physically model gravity making the orbits like they are, it goes haywire when you get 3 bodies, and then it goes apeshit when you get 4, and then it goes worse and worse and worse when you add all the different bodies.
It's nonsense. You can't make sense of anything. The things you see in the sky don't make any sense when you even try to apply. You could try to apply a 2-body problem to that, and it still makes no sense. And you add a 3rd body, and then it's just like, what? You know.
But if you had 3 bodies, if you had 3 bodies on a train track, you know, who would you sacrifice?
Wait a second. Is there a 3-body problem OnlyFans? Like,
Really
DJ says
wild.
my mic is too hot. I'm turning it down, buddy.
You know,
do you want me to turn mine down too? Because Lowry,
No, I don't
like,
know. Is that bad? Is that better? We didn't get a proper sound check, so. All right,
Y'all are
we're-
sounding good.
I can turn mine down by putting it farther away from me.
Yeah. What do we got here?
What I want to do is kind of go to Joe's YouTube channel here and maybe click through a few videos just while we have Joe and ask kind of questions pertaining to the modeling, and we'll get into other stuff as we head into Strange Lounge later.
My TikTok might be better if you can access that, because
I actually can't. So if you
okay.
see one on here, maybe that would work. If you like, because you probably know these. Are any of these standing out as just kind of a good overview
Oh,
of the modeling?
Showing, for me, it's not showing anything but the Superman guy.
Can you guys see that?
No.
Chat?
Is that like a mixture of Mark and Tom Cruise? I'm trying to figure this out.
It just showed the background image.
Because I could see it. I don't know if you guys could see it, but
No,
how
move this all
about
out of the way.
try now? How about now?
No, it's just there you go.
Yeah, now we're at it. Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't see it. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, which one do you think we should kind of just play for?
Scroll.
I mean, this is what's great. We can direct people to your YouTube channel because there are plenty of videos that you've made, but I'm wondering what the best overview would be.
Yeah, like stop right there. Go back up just a touch.
Okay.
See the one in the middle there?
Yep.
Yeah. So I have a theory about lunar eclipses based on my modeling that it's the sun caustic zone causing a lensing effect with the moon inside of the system. And here I'm physically moving the caustic zone across the moon in the model, and you're getting not only that curved shadow across the face of the moon, you're getting the 90-degree turn that we see during lunar eclipses. So it's mimicking not only the shadow, the shape of the shadow, it's also mimicking the way it comes in and the way it exits. And it's not really a shadow, it's just a lensing effect, because if you put a light source inside of a container, you're going to get what's called a coffee cup caustic. Well, if there's an atmos inside of that in the container causing Rayleigh scattering and other atmospheric phenomena, then that caustic would be in the far red zone. So we don't see it visually, but when the full moon crosses the ecliptic plane at the same time as the sun's caustic zone in the system, the light of the full moon shining through that far red is what gives us what's called the blood moon. It's just a lensing effect. In my theory, based on my modeling, it's not a shadow of any kind. And this is just part. I have 3 parts to my lunar eclipse theory. This is the part showing the shape of the lensing effect and the way it moves across the face of the full moon. I have another one in there where I show when I introduce Rayleigh scattering. It may be in here, it may not, it may be on my TikTok, where I introduce Rayleigh scattering and it turns the moon red. So, and then another one where I'm just showing the coffee cup caustic and explaining that. So those three things are what I believe is causing our lunar eclipses within our system. And I can demonstrate that physically under those assumptions in the model. I'm still working on combining all of those into one full demonstration and making it even better than where it's at right now, which I'm doing with a lot of things. So.
Well, I will say that I love people that actually get up to modeling and actually do it, as opposed to people who just say you don't have a model. I see this on a lot of threads out there, in the internet space. You don't have a model. You don't have a model. No, we actually have several working models that actually line up really well.
Go back up.
And even its basic model, the AE projection is a really basic, good one on a 2D model, which is flight paths, and you're kind of exploring the 3D version of that correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's where you're going with this.
Did you see another one, Joe, that we should play?
Yeah, right beside the one that we just played.
The moon phases?
No, the one on the other side, yeah.
Working
So
on-
both of those, the one we're showing now and the one you just said moon phases, are two different assumptions showing moon phases. So it's not, this is two different modalities of showing moon phases. This one is more the moon map assumption showing moon phases, and it shows your waxing crescent, your waning crescent, your no moon, which you're seeing now, and your full moon. Now, in this video, the moon itself is not in motion. I need to get the moon in motion to make it better, but you can clearly see the full phase. You see the gibbous phases, and then you see your crescent phase before it goes to no moon in that position there. And the crescent phases are always closest to the sun, just like we see in reality.
So how are you doing that? That's so interesting. So is the light source creating that?
Yeah, in this instant, it would be, the assumptions would be that the moon is a projected focal point of the Earth's surface in the sky system above us, and it's heavily influenced by the sun itself. So that's one. This is just one modality here, and then that other video that you said right before we came to this one is the moon inside of the dome moving the sun relative to it, creating phases, creating crater shadows, creating that bubble effect that we see with the craters where they appear to turn into or become bubble looking. So yeah, like I said, I try to work on different ways this stuff, because I don't think we can ever know for sure how the lights in the sky are working, because we can't get to them. We can't physically measure them. We can't physically touch them. We can't take samples from them. And people would say, oh, well, we've been to the moon, we've taken samples. I don't buy that at all. I don't think we've ever been to the moon. I think it's pretty ridiculous to believe that we have. If you just spend a little bit of time really looking into it, especially when some of NASA's own astronauts say we destroyed that technology and it's very difficult to build it back again. The moon, the whole moon landing is ridiculous. But
if you thought about
that one. Now this was my first real attempt at creating moon phases, and this one's not accurate. But when you do this stuff, you have to test different theories and different modalities, and then see what's working, what's not, what's right, what's wrong, and then either adjust and make it better, or adjust and figure out it's not going to work. So I took a little practice golf ball, cored out the center until it was concave, moved the sun relative to it, and you could see the moon phases occurring. In this model, I do assume that our moon has concave characteristics at its surface, which can explain phases and can explain lunar liberation as well. So that's a big one that the globe proponents will throw out is, well, how do you explain lunar liberation? Well, a spherical surface can explain lunar liberation, but so can a concave surface. And here what I've done is I've created a little concave moon, painted it with luminescent paint so it gives off its own light, put craters on it, stuck it inside of a dome, and then I move a flashlight representing the sun relative to it. And what you're going to see, you can hit play if it's not playing, because I think this takes a minute.
It is playing, yeah.
Yeah, so right there, I'm just charging up the luminescent paint so that it kind of gives its own light. It's inside of a dome. I'm going to move the sun relative to it. Once the exposure sets up, you're going to see the moon phases. But also, if you watch the craters, you can see how they change through the phases and go from looking like craters to bubbles, and how the shadows move with the movement of the sun. And in this situation, again, the moon is giving its own light because it's painted with luminescent paint. So you see how the craters now look like they're bubbles instead of indentions. And you should start to see the phase come in, gibbous phase, and then you're going to get to your quarter phase, and then it's going to go to crescent, and then it's going to go to, your waxing early crescent. And not only that, you can see the unlit portion of the moon as well, which we can photograph and observe in reality. Is it perfect? No, but it's showing proof of concept that phases, crater shadows, and the changes that we see are not exclusive to a dusty rock reflecting sunlight above us or in outer space.
Have you considered
as far as the lights in the ceiling, yes, I agree, they're round. But any round object at a distance like that we can never reach, we can't know for sure its true shape. And it could be flat, it could be spherical, it could be concave, it could be hemispherical, and it would do very similar things under all of those situations.
Would you find it, Joe, in a sense, the moon is a node, just like the sun is a node, and they actually are, they react to each other, and it's just part of the system? That was the question.
That one there, the one with the water.
Well, I was just saying, as far as the old lights, ye old lights from, call it the old Dusty Books version, that we've got a couple of nodes that operate against each other. And we were out here tonight looking up at the moon, and it's clearly a light. It's local. I'm looking up at it, and I'm seeing them, like you can see the clouds reacting to it locally. And you've got a negative and a positive charge, a node, as it were. I mean, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't think we can know for 100% like what they are, but that's a very viable way of looking at it. That the sun is kind of like the cathode, and the moon is the anode, or vice versa. But yeah, so. And as far as like positive and negative, technically there's just charge and discharge. There's not necessarily just positive and negative. It's more of charge and discharge, but for the sake of conversation, we just say positive and negative. If you scroll back down a little bit, DJ, right there, the one in the middle, yeah, this just shows Noah's flood. I didn't do this demonstration, but I'm gonna set this same kind of setup up with this model here and recreate it. And when he opens the windows of heaven, the waters of the deep break forth and rise, and then waters also are coming in from the top. And when he plugs it back off, the waters recede. So, and this is assuming the biblical model of the waters above, the waters beneath. And it perfectly answers how Noah's flood could have happened.
Well, that coincides with all the meteor craters that look just like old geysers.
Yeah, I was gonna say geysers. It's like why are these big holes in the ground? Why do they look like
with perfectly upturned edges and all circular? Get out of here.
Just like, yeah, it's very weird. And you're like, you look at this, and then your whole mind flips, and you have this strange epitome of like, why does that crater look like the rock hit it at 90-degree angle in every single place that we ever see these craters? Yeah. That's just me throwing that out there.
No, it's super.
And also goes along with like the 200 huge looking trees that are now plateaus, and it looks like a fat tree that was clopped off.
It's very curious, isn't it?
I mean, it goes along with biblical, man. It's funny how that all works.
Yep. I dropped in the chat Joe's presentation from the Truth and Freedom Conference. It's pretty long form, but he does go into the sun and the moon and how ultimately the source could be outside the firmament being projected in, or I never had thought about this before, but the energy could be coming from the earth, culminating at the firmament and coming down into a focal point in the superfluid layer. He kind of covers it in that episode. It's one where he's wearing the red shirt. So check that out if you haven't seen it.
Joe, this one, could you mind giving us a little context on this video?
Yeah, I think I didn't actually make this video. I think I want to say
Stephen Alonso.
Yeah, maybe Stephen Alonso did it, and he's just comparing his digital model with what they observed in Antarctica, and he's just explaining that my physical model shows that as well. and that's just the basis of this. But as you see, where that apparent sun is moving is the azimuthal dome of view that we have. So we see the sun in an apparent position in that azimuthal dome of view, and the optics of the sky system is what's causing the 24-hour sun phenomenon.
Yeah, no, this is just so fascinating to me. And there was another one that I want to play that maybe you can help me break down. It's about the zodiac. So let me pull that up because
that optical view too, Joe, it kind of goes along with what you were saying earlier about when you're looking at the sun near the ocean and you can see that line coming right to you no matter where you're standing. You would think that you should at times see that line going along the ocean, that line of light from the sun, not going always right to you, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
you know what's fascinating about like the just that we talk about this optical phenomenon, right? And
Yeah,
my favorite one really will always and always forever be Slurpee cups. And I talked to Crow 777 about this at length. If you ever shine a light into the top of, you know, the clear little thing on top of a Slurpee cup, there's actually a apparent position of a light inside of it. And if you do it, and you do it right, you put your light on it, the light, there's a concentration point because you have a curve on your top of your Slurpee cup. There's a light in there that goes around, and it looks like it's actually within the top of the Slurpee cup. That sounds stupid. It sounds like that's dumb. Why would we pay attention to that? But like that's how optics work. You have a curve on the side of this thing, and it concentrates the energy into this, and then you actually have the concentration of the light within 3D space, right? It's kind of like where this is how I feel. This is my personal opinion, and how I would posit it is that you have a concentration of your magnetic energy within the place that we live, and it goes around in circles, like the yin and the yang. It goes around in circles, and it looks different depending on where you're standing. You know, if you go down to Antarctica, that whole thing was just I don't even know what to make of that TFE thing. But like, it's going to look different when you're down there. It's going to look different. You go down there, you look up, and it's going to like, wow, there's a thing going around here. Whether they went down there or not doesn't matter, because we're talking about optic phenomena that's from your perspective, from your personal position.
Your
apparent position. And
Yeah,
that's all it is. It's just that's what it looks like. Just like a car down the road. When you look at a car that's a mile down the road and it's like this big, and you're like, why is that? You talk to somebody about that, wandering around the world. You're like, do you think that car is actually this big? Is it actually this big? No, it's because perspective. And once you get into perspective world, if you're not an artist, nobody gets it. Nobody gets it. Your eyes see in a perspective world. The sun behaves the same way, just like a car down the road, just like a light down the highway, just like anything, like a tree down there. Sorry, I was ranting. Go ahead, DJ.
No, please feel free to finish that thought. What else is
I'm done.
Trees,
what?
what?
It's good. It's good.
I'll
It's
jump in.
I was going to say that the apparent personal perspective to me is evidence of the creator that he
Indeed,
made
and
this
I would 100% agree with that.
He made this place extremely personal for us.
You.
Yeah.
For you and for everybody listening to this. It's your own journey.
Which is so cool. And like Mark always says too, when you make a video game, that's how you're also doing it. You know, you're
Indeed.
So it is kind of trippy because it's like, you know, it's God's simulation, the way it's designed that we fully just don't understand. But I want to watch, let's kind of break down this video, and anyone feel free to chime in because I found it interesting, but I don't know how accurate it is. So, hey, we got Joe though, to kind of help us out. So let's see what this guy's got to say.
Is one of these 12 zodiac signs. If you look up to the sky, even at the middle of the day, there's stars right there. The sun is in a certain specific zodiac at that time, no matter what time you look at the sky. Also, the moon and the luminaries also travel through this same zodiacal region, although each of the celestial bodies each move at its own apparent rate of speed and follows its own cyclical pattern or harmonic oscillation analemma trajectory as well. The zodiac belt itself is approximately 17 degrees wide and 360 degrees long. Each zodiac sign occupies a 30-degree section of that belt. When plotted on celestial charts, the zodiac forms a circular pathway that crosses both north and south of the celestial equator, which is why some zodiac constellations appear above the equator while others appear below the equator. The belt makes a sort of a more oval, like more elliptical circle on the celestial charts because, again, some are above the equator and some are below the equator. That's why if you look at maps, that zodiac belt or the analemma line is always more elliptical. It's not. The zodiac is a 360-degree celestial belt, also known as Aphrodite's belt, that is divided into 12 signs that are 30 degrees each, which makes up the 360. The zodiac belt in biblical language is called the Mazzaroth. And if you look in the biblical encyclopedia, it's also referred to as Mazaloth as well. So the sun, the moon, all of the luminaries, and the 12 zodiac signs all follow this same celestial pathway through the heavens. The sky moves, not the earth. It appears to rotate overhead, causing the zodiac and the luminaries to rise in the east and set in the west. And this apparent daily motion completes a full 360-degree rotation in 24 hours approximately, or about 15 degrees per hour. So when we speak of the sun, the moon, and the luminaries and the stars rising and then setting, they are not simply literally moving up and then straight back down again, but rather they appear to approach us, appear to approach the observer in the eastern sky, and then it reaches our zenith overhead, and then it moves over to the western sky, and then it sets in the opposite horizon, but it's just coming into your view and then going out of your view geocentrically. So at every
like the really cool thing about how the sun and moon move through the zodiacs is, one, the sun does it annually, the moon does it monthly. So the moon moves through the zodiacs once a month, creating its analemma or its figure 8 or infinity symbol, whereas the sun does it annually, creating its figure 8 infinity symbol analemma. And not only that, in my studies and research, I've come to realize that as the sun travels through the zodiacs, it's telling us the story of Jesus above us on repeat every single year. And that to me is amazing, because it just...
Wait, how is that possible?
Yeah, I mean, as it... Hold on.
Walk us through that. What's it doing? How is it telling the story?
So, like, if the sun is in Leo, the sun is the king of kings. If it's in if he's coming out of the Virgin, he's born of a virgin. Libra, he controls the scales and brings balance. Scorpio, to make things clear and stable. Sagittarius, to bring new covenant change. Capricorn, his work will be short and determined. Aquarius, baptized by the waterman John the Baptist. Pisces, he chooses the fisherman. Aries, he's the sacrificial ram. Taurus, he defeats Baal, the bull, Satan. Gemini, he brings together the Hebrews and the Greeks, making them one. Cancer, his gospel spreads across the seas. Back to Leo, the king of kings.
And Joe, can I speak to that on top of that, because that was perfect.
That's the first time I've ever heard that. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I want to speak on top of that, Joe. Is like that is the great cycle of not remembering and then remembering everything that you've done and having an experience in life. They would call it God playing hide and seek with itself, right? God, we forget and then we remember, because if we don't have an experience, we don't have a life. And that's what I've always taken out of the great cycle, is if you lose, once you forget what you did, maybe you had a good life or you had a bad life, and then it's been so long you've forgotten, and then you get to have a new life again. This is the great cycle, and that's what I've always taken out of it.
Yeah, you can add to that too, like, not only as it goes through the constellations, but when the sun gets right before it hits Capricorn for our northern winter, it enters the Southern Cross. It leaves the Southern Cross and spends 3 days on Capricorn, which is the darkest time of year for most people. Indeed. And that represents him dying on the cross and spending 3 days in the tomb before rising again and coming back to give light on the world.
There you go.
There you go. Mic drop. I know. I feel like God woven.
Mic drop.
I mean, God, I feel like there's so many things. I bet there's something so obvious that we haven't even stumbled upon yet about God's signature on this place. It's everywhere and in all things. And it is pretty amazing how when you're raised with the space model, that's the best thing that they can do to try to erase this God notion, because they're like, no, it happened by accident, and it can happen probability, wise, that it will be a big accident. And rather than just the most obvious thing is this place is so intentional. And we were in a created realm, and when you start to look into how
it's designed,
it's so cool. It's too well designed,
and it's awesome. It's kind of awesome and fun once you realize that. It's sort of awesome.
I mean, it's interesting. I mean, it starts to change you. Not every day are you going to be the best version, but it's like you can look up and be more accurate. Like, God, sorry, help me. I know you're right there. I know you're right there, versus where are you? Is God even real? I mean, the Globe side is still arguing about if God is even real. I mean, come on. This place is crazy.
Hey, man, we exploded from nothing, dude.
I mean, some people want to believe that. I know. They want to think that. There's a lot of problems with it.
Even I'm the most skeptic, son of a bitch you'll ever meet. And, what did you say? We exploded from nothing? You know how dumb that is? That's dumb. It's dumb.
Well, it's because
dumb.
They've been given so many lies to how it could be. It's just like all the things we have to unlearn when you start to learn flat Earth, and you go, oh, it's way bigger than even just the shape. It's the lack of motion. It's the location. I mean, and so seeing it modeled and going, whoa, what are these celestial bodies doing? How are they being projected into our reality? What is the moon? How does it have craters? Does it really reflect the Earth? And hearing Joe, I mean, I think it's more interesting when Joe's like, yeah, I think it could be some sort of, what did you say? And like an X-ray of the Earth, or some sort of projection of the land masses here. I mean, wouldn't that make sense if you're God and you're like, okay, I'm going to be in a human form at one time. I want to be able to look up at the sky, know what time it is. I'm going to look at the sun when it's overhead. I know it's noon wherever I am, and then I'm going to look at the moon. And depending on the phase, yeah, if it's going to tell you what day of the month it should be. I mean, we should literally be going off of that calendar as
it's free. It's right up there. It's free.
And it's more accurate, right?
I mean, the moon to me looks like an X-ray. Like when you look at it, the continents are a certain color and the water's a certain color, and it really does kind of mimic a lot of the continents that we see. And then obviously there's apparently a lot of land that we don't know about, but I'm on the belief too that the moon is an X-ray, if not, projection of Earth.
I mean,
yeah, I would say I lean that way. Like, that's the way I lean. But again, when we're honest, we just don't know for sure. But yeah, I would lean more towards it is some sort of focal point that represents the surface. And it also may have like an MRI image of the firmament itself overlaid over the surface image. It might be a dual image where we have an X-ray of the surface and an MRI. And people say, well, that's crazy. Well, the moon's always been associated with krypton and silver. Krypton is used in X-rays and silver is used in MRIs. So that's just
I mean, there is that little circle on the moon that you look at it and it kind of projects out. It looks like it could be, like you said, the MRI of the firmament.
I would
think it's called Tycho's crater, but whatever.
If everything was given to us and we just have to search for it, it's all here, and the moon map is very curious to me. I looked at it, I was totally like, no, this is stupid. And I looked at it and was like, well, kind of makes sense. I'm one of those guys that's like, I'll try it. And then if the branch fails at the end, I'll just chop it off. But
there's no branches on the moon.
No, it was metaphorical. It was metaphorical.
Oh, wow.
Oh, poor thing. Don't freak out.
I'll chime in with a little bit. I do like Joe's idea of the proof of concept. He really wants to show how things work the best he can, but I don't think that anyone is ever going to say to anybody, I've completed it, here's a model, let me hand it to you. I think that's impossible. I think even scripture says you can try your best, but we're not going to know the depths or the width, the parameters and how this place was put together. And that makes, puts our minds a little bit on the map. And I like how much work Alan and Shane have done on space audits and ether cosmology about map and map making and who was like the king that said you can only do it this way with like the lat long system, and really any projection that you see, even azimuthal. I mean, the flat Earth map is just a projection of the globe as well, because really we don't know from the equator out just how vast and what lands are out there. I mean, there's probably hidden lands that we don't even know about. When you get to the the ice wall, like if the moon is a moon map and we're only occupying the thawed out portion, what if all that was thawed out before the fall and there were giants that could run around on the whole thing, but then we got confined into a smaller area? To me, I'm like, wow, what if, like with the curiosity of a boy, not this triggered, no, it has to be this size and moving at this rate, it has to be this exact thing. Well, no, it doesn't. You're not God. You weren't the creator of this place. You don't know. And we were all told stories because man doesn't know. And we've been looking at the heavens forever, trying to come up with what is it. And they've done a poor job of deceiving us. I think deceptions about scarcity, and they try to say what it is so that they can control us. And now here we're a bunch of people on panels saying, you know what, we don't know what it is, but we know that we're alive right here and now in our present reality, and we can love each other, and we can instantly forgive the haters because they don't even know what they're doing really. But
I would like to speak to that, RBB.
I really like what you just said.
I think like ultimately it's like I did not foresee me being even talking to you guys 10 years ago. I was like what is going on here? I'm like I always express to like a lot of people I talk to about cosmology is like we're ultimately a bunch of ex-space nerds that used to believe in. And I love space, dude. I love space. I loved Star Wars. I loved all that shit, and it was that very thing that made me start to understand. I was like, why do they keep kicking the can down the road about like traveling to other planets? And then we all found each other on the interwebs, and I'm just like, are we stupid? Are we stupid? Did we fuck this up? Did we not see what was actually going on here? And then what we actually found out was like, holy crap, we're in a design system. Whichever way you want to talk about it, we're in a design system. And
your reaction to that? I mean, you would have been hilarious. I bet. What was the decade?
Dude, I was pissed off early. I had so many angry rants early on. I was just like, this is what the hell, dude.
I know. Well, hey, what was Trent going to say?
Sorry.
What was I going to say? I don't know. I like what JT's saying, to be honest. Like, you said something earlier when it was just you and Joe. What'd you say? Just kind of relaxing into the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yes. To me, they're okay. Check us out. Like, if we all believe what we believe, then there is a creator, right? Right? Like, there is a God, and that God's watching us, and we're accountable. And we all know there's a spirit realm, right? So with that being said, like, I think it's tricky for us to not get into that little situation of fighting against Globers and creating that negative, thing, that loosh, maybe like spiritual entities feed on that negative energy. So I really like what JT was saying, which is relax in the truth, know it's the truth, give love to people, try to subtly, push them that way. But, to not get into fighting with each other, I think the demons want us fighting. I think they like that. They eat on
the division. And thanks for the kind words, Trent. Yeah, I mean, whenever, like, because Witsit knows it all. I know I meant to tell you guys earlier, the reason why I was late is I was talking to him for like 45 minutes, just getting totally caught up.
Oh, he ran.
Oh, wow. He's doing well. He's going to start streaming again soon. He still could use prayers because there's just like definitely spiritual warfare going on in his life, but he's a flat earther, a truther. He's the same guy he's always been, and he is doing well. So I wanted to pass that message along to you. But Trent, like now when I talk to people, I gauge where they're at because so many more people have heard of other inversions, other deceptions. There's so many categories that people are like, whoa, that doesn't seem right. Or, they're waking up to the truth in many, many realms, not just cosmology. So I take it slower and I say to them, like, have you looked into cosmology? And they're like, oh, what do you mean? Like, have you heard of biblical cosmology, or have you even looked into where we're at? And if they haven't, I can take it slower. And then I usually drop on them like, you should really look into motion, have they proven the 30 kilometers a second or what? And like kind of just drop the seed and then the curvature. And then I end it with, you know, I could be wrong. This whole thing could be like foolish. I could be a fool. That's no big deal. But I think there's something up to our place being stationary. And they're like, oh, stationary.
And that gets people's thoughts going in such a nicer way.
Another one I like is when I'm like, okay, so we're talking here right now, and I kind of look at my watch, and I say, you know, it's 10:45 p.m. where I'm at, or if we're together, I'll say, if we meet here tomorrow to carry on the conversation, just keep talking about this kind of stuff, have we really moved 1.9 million miles through space, or are we in the same spot? I just want you, you know, because then I say, if we're in the same spot, that kind of comforts me. Now, again, I could be a fool, and this could all be crazy, but, oh, last one I'll share. I say, and you know, people in Australia, are they really down there poking off the earth at that angle? And we're like, up is up for us, but for them, up is that way. I say, is that true? Or are they experiencing up just like us, just way over there? And then I talk about moral relativism and relativity and how Einstein says, oh yeah, it works, you know, yeah, up is up, whatever. But then I bring in moral relativism. And, you know, the conversations these days are sweeter and sweeter in person. People aren't near as triggered. They say, well, what else do you know? It's like, I'll share what I know, but it could be wrong. And that kind of approach is way better than, oh, we've been lied to, and I know we're on a flat earth, and da-da-da-da, because last thing I'll say is the globe model and the flat earth model are two false dichotomies. Neither of them are reality. Reality, we're not moving, provably, and you can't find the curvature anywhere. So it's a plane, planar in nature, and I kind of tell them we live in a sphere on a dielectric plane, if they want to know what that is, not on a sphere. We live in one. And then I'll leave it at that. And they're just like, wow, that was kind of fun. Do you want to talk about other things? And then it's a better approach.
Yeah, I could not agree more. Like, small thing on that, like, this realm really likes division. I think it's kind of that negative positive. I used to do a lot of psychedelics, so I blasted off on DMT and I saw the spirit realm and whatnot, and I know that it's real. And I think that our frequencies, if we're arguing and having conflict, sends out. And I think the, you know, evil demonic forces enjoy that. And so, you know, not giving them that loosh, if you want to call it loosh, is important.
Trent, you're talking about the demiurge, right?
Do what?
The archons and the demiurge.
No, not per se. I'm just talking about spiritual. You know, I'm not necessarily in with that, but
don't give up your energy. Is what you're saying.
Just keep your energy, you know, clean and focused and positive, like JT was saying. Because I do think this realm likes division. And you know, I was talking to DJ on the phone earlier, and I was like, man, I was talking with a bud, and is there anything in life that 100% of the world agrees on? Like, think about it. Anything.
Not much, right? That was
think about it for a second. Like, is there anything the whole world like agrees that, yeah, that's true?
I mean, they always say death and taxes, right? That's the only thing.
Yeah, some people will be like, yeah, so you die and you're dead, or, you know, you die and your energy moves on.
The globe would be a close second, though. That's one of the reasons.
Yeah, maybe, but I think this realm likes conflict, you know, like it wants conflict. It does not want us all like on the same tree.
Don't they say that Marcus Aurelius says from old, it's like all we have is the present?
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons why I say, like, when you are in a new conversation with someone who hasn't really been in the conversation or is very new to it, that's why it's so hard, because it was a foundational truth instilled into us from the time we were children, that this is the one thing that everybody in the world agrees on. And, you know, it sets this foundation in our lives, whether we realize it or not. And that's super important. So that's why it's so difficult for people. It's like literally blasting away this foundation that was established at such a young age. And it's hard for the mind to comprehend that, and it fights back through cognitive dissonance and anger and other things.
I know. I remember that's why people get pissed, right? I mean, if you're not laughing, like, some people are cool enough where they're like, aha, flat earth, okay, and they laugh it off. And then there's the other people who are like, what do you mean? Like, how stupid could you be, right? And just getting angry about it, because it is ingrained into us. And it's just wild to think that this is the side of the coin that's really questioning all of the foundation of our reality. And I always talk about it in the sense of space is like the glue of in your mind of how existence works. And so to take out space, it's almost like we still don't know what is in the air. That's why it's cool to learn about the ether, and Flat Earth offers that. And Witsit is great explaining how, ether cosmology and those guys over there that focus on that part of Flat Earth and what is this place really made of? I guess you could try to say replacing the quantum level with what is this place? It's, and you go to the Bible and you're like, oh, God says everything exists in the mind of the creator. I mean, if he's not thinking about every little thing here, then it would just disappear, but he is. And that's why everything is running smoothly. That means he's thinking of each person and he knows what's happening throughout the world. And it's just a wild concept, right? Because we don't know where this is all leading except for truth is coming out. And that's what it feels like on this side. And that more and more people are,
I mean, we might just be living in God's Slurpee cup.
Right?
Dude, Flat Earthers are the most amazing people I've met ever. And they're the wildest range of people. You never know what you're going to get. You're like, dude, you're a crazy... What? But it's like every single Flat Earther I've ever met is the most awesome person. And they're also just like, oh, you're kind of crazy. But I love you.
Well, it's going to attract...
I just go through this thing every single day. I'm like, dude, you get it. And like all the people that I've met in this community are they're so awesome. And they're also like, oh, holy shit, you're gonna cause problems with your family.
Oh, well, I mean, Lowry, you're definitely crazy, but I love you.
I mean, Flat Earth's got room for everybody. There's nobody's excluded. But I mean, that's what's cool about it. I find myself to be an unlikely person to be over here, and now I can't even picture life without it. It was weird. I used to be bored on the globe side going, is this all there is? Are you serious? Beam me up. Just
It's so true. It's so true.
Pissed. And before God, I was like, beam me up, thinking I wanted aliens to show up. I was like, give me my spaceship and get me out of here. I was a broken record. And then now I'm just like, oh, Lord, this is hilarious. God has
Raise your hand if you wanted to go to Mars when Elon said he was going to send people to Mars.
I was a space nerd. I'm an ex-space nerd, dude. I was like, Mars, dude. We're going to
Mars Attacks is like my favorite movie.
I know, right? What's over there? I love L-Balls, though. My friend that was on a couple weeks ago was like, who wants to go to Mars anyway? Like, it sounds like the worst idea. Like, you can't do it. What's with this colonizing Mars? And she's a glober going, I don't think so. It sounds awful. And I just love that mentality because it is fake on top of it. So if you already know it doesn't sound right, it's because it probably isn't. And it's
you know what I think? What I think happened? What I think happened was like Gen X, and maybe not all of everyone here is Gen X, but like we were all space nerds, and we were just like, damn, I love space. Damn, I love it. And then suddenly, like after like 50 years, you're like, they said they were gonna go back a long time ago, and they keep doing the same thing over and over again. I'm just like, that's weird, you know. And
we were supposed to have lunar bases like 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah, and then we're just sitting here, we're like, okay, and then your logic chip kicks in, and you're like, oh, they fucking hoaxed it.
Are you kidding me?
Fuck. What am I supposed to do with this? And now I have to lose all my friends because now the Earth is flat and fuck. You know, that's just me. That's just like, that's how I interpreted with it.
We've been duped. I know, it is crazy over here, but it's pretty neat
The
here.
Earth is flat. Oh, let's
so
get over
flat.
it.
Oh my
Hold on.
God.
You know what? We should just tell the Globers to get over it. Like, they told us all, like, with trauma and everything, they were like, oh, you had a problem? Why don't you just get over it? Well, oh my God, yeah, the Earth is flat. Just get over it.
You try that on the street corner, honey. I'm sure no one
Hey, that reminds me of Dave's shirt.
Oh my God.
You're not stupid. It's stupid. That's like one
You're
of my
not
favorite shirts he
stupid.
wears. But
It's stupid.
I mean, really, when you wrap your mind around the heliocentric model's not even 500 years old, people are like, "What? Well, we knew it was a ball 2,000 years, whatever." But really, the theory of today is not even 500 years old. And Copernicus didn't want it to come out until after he was dead. But it was the Catholic Church that was like, no, this sounds good. Just go with that. So it's basically sun worship. And then, Tycho Brahe, he's the one that was out there in the field with the telescopes, doing the observations, actually naming and notating and seeing the exact stars coming back around annually. And so, knowing that Copernicus, he came up with a theory inside. Like, Crow 777 has a good episode on that one. And then, so what I'm getting at with the beginning of that story is, as I've looked into the truth of our realm and realized that we are not moving, and that's awesome, it's connected me more with nature. And if you will, it's connected me more with early man, like humankind from before
Indeed.
the lies and the deceptions and the spinning and the toiling of the evil one, you know what I mean? And if you really take it all the way back, before sin, it was beautiful and lovely, and there was no death. You know what I mean? So, like, ultimately, when you start to dig for the truth in all things, you're returning to reality. You're returning to what's good. And so now,
RBB, it feels so good, doesn't it?
yeah, I love nature
Feels
more,
really
connecting, love, laughter, good food.
The hippies are right.
sensations.
Go hug a
All of
tree, you know?
All of it is so much better. And me being on here is like a miracle because I used to be in my own head all the time. Don't say that, you're an idiot. Oh, I just beat myself up for how I looked or what I said. And like now, I'm here. I think the earth's flat and not moving. It's created, you know? And so I've been set free from a lot of stuff, finding you guys and having these conversations. So I appreciate it.
I love you guys. You guys
Yeah.
keep crushing. Go to the lounge. We're coming up with a lounge thing.
Yeah, we're gonna be landing this plane. Lowry, thanks for being here.
Yep,
Everybody,
you got
thanks
it.
for being here. Nobody has to go anywhere, but it
Stick
does,
around. It's around on this channel, right?
It is. It'll still be. We'll play the ending song. Then we'll cue up the Strange Lounge intro, and we'll be
Awesome.
rolling.
Love you guys.
but
Keep
Joe,
crushing.
Thanks, Lowry. Hey,
See you, Lowry.
being
Yep,
here.
cheers.
I mean, it's really, if you don't know how many people really admire what you're doing and just look forward to hearing your updates. And thank you so much for sharing it with us and keeping us in the loop on what's, exciting for you and peeking into the mind of the creator like you're doing the best you can. And I know how humble you are about it. And you always make sure, like you say, it's not perfect, but we know that you're trying, and it's a lot more than what other people have time and energy for. So keep going. And any closing thoughts? And guys, you're more than welcome to stay on and head on into the lounge if you got to go. I understand. I know it's getting late on the East Coast. That's where we started with you guys. But why don't we say our good nights and any closing thoughts? So let's start with Joe.
Yeah, well, one, I appreciate you being on here. I appreciate everybody on here. It's cool to have like-minded people to have a discussion with, bounce ideas off of, talk about different things, and not get too wrapped up in what we disagree on versus what we do agree on. And just to kind of close everything out for all of the globe believers out there, I would say this. One of the biggest problems I see is a conflation of two models, especially for people who are new to the conversation or just coming into it, where they take a flat earth and put it into a solar system, and that's just not accurate. So if you do that, you're never gonna be able to understand flat earth. You're conflating two models. You're mixing two completely different models. The flat earth doesn't claim a solar system in that manner at all. It doesn't claim Earth to be some pie-shaped rock floating in the vastness of nothing. It claims that it's, well, what I would claim, I can't speak for all flat earthers, that it's an enclosed system in water or in a fluid medium, that it's an enclosed system. It's electromagnetic. It has a level plane through the center, and that level plane is the earth in which we live, the oceans, the lands, all of that. And the sky system is in the enclosure above us that separates the waters above from the waters beneath. And we don't know how big Earth is. We don't know how deep it goes. We don't necessarily know what's underneath it. We don't necessarily know what's outside of it other than waters, is what most flat earthers believe that I know of, that there's waters outside, and then above that's the throne of God. But we just don't know a lot of stuff. But the same thing can be said for the heliocentric model. There's a lot of unanswered questions and lots of problems in the heliocentric model. Yet most globe believers won't just outright dismiss the model because of those problems. Yet if they ask an unanswerable question under the flat earth paradigm or ideology and it can't be answered, then they're willing to outright reject any flat earth model when they don't even truly understand what a flat earth model entails for the most part. So that conflation of two models is probably the biggest step to get past with early people who are new to the conversation or fresh into it, more than just about anything. But I would just say thank you to everybody who does support me, and I don't mean financially, because again, I don't take money. I've actually spent, I'm not going to give a number, but I've spent quite a bit of money on not only equipment, but going out and making observations from all kinds of different places and all kinds of different scenarios, and then coming back and buying stuff to try to model that and figure it out, and spending time building and making things and fabricating things and shooting it on video and getting it wrong and getting it right and all kinds of stuff like that. But I appreciate everybody's support. To end, I would say this, just, the way, the truth, and the life is Jesus. And if you pursue truth, at some point you're going to end up at Jesus, because he is that truth. And I think that I really pray that everyone finds that, regardless of what shape of the earth they believe.
Amen, dude.
Well
Amen.
said. Yep.
All right. Trent, any closing thoughts?
Sure. A couple of them. One, hey, your Star Trails video, Joe, that looks like a toroidal-ish field to me, right? So we live in a magnetic-ish plane, whatever. But then when you go to the model that others believe in, there's so many asinine truths. Like if somebody says, "Oh, our model works because I Googled it and it told me this," there's so many asinine explanations that to me it debunks their model, right? So if your model isn't fully functioning, which to me your model explains so much and it's awesome, I love that you're doing it. It is already more correct than the globe model, right? And then the last closing thing I'll say is, guys, if we truly believe this, which I do, and I feel like everybody here does, and there is a creator, live your life as such. Be nice. Yeah. Right, JT?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I'll say to that, I call the globe believers, I call them our globe friends, just our globe friends. I don't call them globers. I picked that up from Galatrax probably or somebody, but anyway, thanks for your vibe, Trent, tonight.
Any closing thoughts?
For sure.
RBB?
Yeah, real quick, super short. I just love everybody on the panel and in the chat. I've just followed you guys for years, and if you're seeking truth and you're diving into these topics, it can be weird, it can be strange world, but I'm proud of you. It's hard to go against the grain. It's hard to be the conspiracy theorist, but really we're seeking truth. And I think honor and integrity and doing what we're doing, it takes bravery. It takes a boldness that a lot of people aren't willing or don't have the gumption or the time or the energy to do. So for those that show up in the chat every week or doing their own research or saying that little something to somebody, thank you. I love you all. That's it.
All right. Awesome. Thank you. Flat Mama, Flat Sandra, anything? I know you're going to be sticking around for the lounge.
You're muted.
It's a rookie mistake, and you know what? We really are sad to see it. Really.
This is selling Mark.
Hate to see it. All right, well, hold that thought, honey. All right, Peanut, time to say goodnight.
All right.
Good night. All right. Good night, Strange World. You guys were great. Thanks so much for being here. We have more in the lounge. We'll be back with Mr. Sargent himself. So, guys, have a wonderful evening. Strangelings, we love you. And that's just me buying time until I figure out how to.
And in the Strange Lounge, our Flat Earth model is going to have his shirt off, right?
That'll be the day.
the moon, wishing she had a breath of air. That's a lonely boy standing in the room, solo game musical chair. They say that Mars is close as it's ever been. Wound up chasing stars all over again. There's words for what you got, what you have, and what you'll ever need. There's love so many nights, so many nights, so many ways to believe.
Paige needs to get into her PJs with her cup of cocoa and her 6 marshmallows. Night, Mark.
Karen, you're late. You missed the show.
Jack.
You realize it's the same link every week. It never changes.
Yeah, I know. I should paste it somewhere, I think.
You better still be here, because you know what we got? Cartoons. Katy Perry. The truth will set you free, but first it'll piss you off.
Hello, this is Strange Lounge with DJ Curious. was nothing. But the breath of the Creator fluttered against the face of the void, whispering, "Let there be light."
Hi there. Are you interested in the White House?
We'd have way better CGI if it was fake. Well, I think it looks so ridiculous and impossible. You can tell it's real because it looks so fake.
Unbelievable, isn't it? God.
All right, welcome back. You found the Strange Lounge. I'm your host, DJ Curious, and with me tonight, welcome back to the stage, Mr. Mark J. Sargent.
Play a sound effect or two, but that's fine. Cue that up. Hit drums or applause or something. Thank you. No, seriously. No, I don't deserve it.
It's a standing ovation.
No.
People cannot stop themselves. Oh no, Mr. Sargent.
No, you're too kind. You're too kind. Yeah. So I am back, and I'm a little tired, but that's fine. So what questions can I not answer?
I know, right? What can you say?
Okay, let me preface it with this. This project is so big that it is one of the non-disclosure agreements that I had to sign. I take very seriously. And so I can only say that it is a extreme mainstream project. It is television. I am in it. And you're not even going to see a trailer for several months on this thing. And I will release it as soon as they tell me to. They are going to dictate what I get to release, when I get to release it, where I get to release it. And even to the point where I can't even talk about it on interviews if I'm asked specifically about it. In fact, even if anyone wanted to interview me about it, after it comes out, I have to send their request to the people, the network that's tied to it, and then they have to approve it. So yeah, it's really big. Let's put it this way: the Netflix thing that you guys know and love and hate, Behind the Curve, is just dwarfed in comparison to this thing. The budget and the production and the massive amount of resources behind it. You got to remember that Behind the Curve, I think it was shot for and produced for less than 200K. I'm almost 90% sure. I mean, it was a shoestring budget, and this is just huge. Anyway, but it was fun. I regret nothing. It was so much fun to do, and I do it again in a heartbeat. And I just hope they are kind in the editing process. Okay, that's my opening statement.
Well, yeah, us too, because we know that Flat Earth usually gets edited to look, not quite cool. The main question Dave wanted to know is Mark wearing shorts?
Right now or in the show? I'm not wearing shorts in the show. I will read chat, by the way. I can tell you, Bill Keith, I can only tell you that I left the country. That's all I can tell you. I can't tell you anymore. As a matter of fact, the network tied to this is immediate. They are subscribed to now everything that I do. So anything that I release, I don't know if they'd even catch this because it's not on my channel, but anything that I put on my channel, they will be watching in real time. And they will be making sure that I stick to my NDA. So,
which is fine. I think we all, I trust the fact that if you think it's cool and it's going to be good, then
it'll be cool. And you know what? This is what I get for no good deed goes unpunished. And this is what I get for saying for a number of years, I said I would do anything for FE. And I've said the famous line or infamous line that you could tie me to a chair and throw pies at me. And as long as I was wearing an FE shirt and could spread the word, I would do it. Well, this isn't that, but it is, it might as well be.
So it's not Naked and Afraid.
No, it is not Naked and Afraid, and we're not going to play the guessing game to what it is, but it is very important. It is a big thing, and I wouldn't have done it had I thought that it was going to be detrimental to the community. So, but for the hardcore members out there, and you know who you are, the ones that gave me crap for, oh God, DJ, the ones that gave me crap for doing the Netflix thing and then doing the commercial and other little things. It's like, why does he makes Flat Earth look stupid by doing this? It's like, okay, tell me when this is over, when this is done. I challenge anybody in the hardcore community to come back at me and say, I wouldn't, from your point of view, I wouldn't have done that if it was offered to me. If you say that, well, then you really don't know how media works. Because, even now, the Netflix thing, I still get interview requests from schools. The Netflix thing is going to last. It's going to last forever in education because it is now part of the syllabus. And you know this, DJ. I mean, everything from high schools up to university programs. It is on the syllabus now. And God only knows what this is going to do. So,
well, hey, we're glad you're safe and sound and back at it. And thanks for being here tonight. I know you had long travel and.
Oh no, I'll stick with you. No, I powered through the flight home. Tried to watch media. I wasn't trying to sleep on the flight, and I ended up watching. I never did see the second Avatar movie. Did you ever see it?
I did.
Second one? Yeah, I watched all 3 hours of that, and then because they had HBO Max on the plane. I watched all of the miniseries, the A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I watched all of that, and then listened to some music, and then some more stuff, and powered through it. So I'm going to be good. So, and again, the hat thing now, I'm probably not going to be wearing hats for a while because there's no point, because this entire production was done without hats. So might as well.
Hey, it's okay.
I know.
Get used to it.
I know.
It's not bad. Hey, this is how you're going to be more well known and recognized. I mean, you missed a lot though. I was excited for you to kind of catch up on the news. I mean, we've.
Yeah. The other thing, I got to mention that it was our phones were taken away from us, so I did not have access to the outside world at all. I had no access to time. I missed. I didn't know what day it was. I definitely didn't know what time it was, and I definitely did not have access to anything electronic. So yeah. So what did I miss? Apparently the world didn't blow up. So that's something.
Did you hear Elon's a trillionaire now?
Yes, I did hear a brief glimmer of that. Peanut let me know on.
It was Idiocracy at the White House.
Yep, I saw some of the clips, and I saw you guys because I watched the back. I binged the back episodes of the, what you did was.
Thought about that.
Yeah, that was interesting because that was Idiocracy. The parallels were amazing, and considering Idiocracy, it was what 20 years ago at least. It is, yeah. But then again, come on, we talked about this. We knew it was going to happen. America 250. We are trying to put a new coat of wax on the American shine, and it is, oh my God, it's, I can't. And again, July 4th is coming up in what, 10, 11 days? And where's the big party going to happen? Is there something national going to happen? I haven't seen anything along those lines. It's coming up quick.
Yeah, no, it's coming up right around the corner. But this was my favorite clip. I think I should play it really quick.
Yeah.
Let me show you. This kind of summed up exactly what you missed.
I don't see nothing.
It's not on the screen yet. There it goes.
Michelle Obama is a man. Am I right, America? This guy just got his ass applauded. Sugar! Sean O'Malley!
Okay, we're gonna do this the fire. It's so different than everybody else. And he has had such a reckless abandon.
People wrote books and movies that had stories, so you cared whose ass it was and why it was farting.
I want that vest.
That time can come again. Wow, well, your mind can do it if you use it.
I mean, this was the.
Oh my God, what has happened?
What has happened?
And by the way, I could have predicted the Elon $1 trillion thing because again, it's America. It has nothing to do with Elon. It's that America produced the first trillionaire. That's all it had to do with it. And of course, if it was going to be anybody, it's going to be him. So that's what they said. Is he worth $1 trillion? No, of course not. But whatever, that's fine.
Well, we had a good time. I mean, it was definitely fun for us to try to. I bailed on your intro a few times. I don't know if you realized.
Yeah, I did catch a little bit of that. I don't know what happened. I in fact, you know, the intro I loved more was the AI fabulous one that Weiss came up with you because you seemed so natural reading it that I mean you seem so happy reading it. On top of it, it's like every sentence filled you with more and more joy. And I was going, "Yep, that's my co-host right there."
Well. As you know, I tried to do my best Mark impression in the beginning, and then as soon as I got fumbled, I immediately just blamed you and then the script and everything, and threw you under the bus instantly. Because what else is the frazzled intern supposed to do, right? So my apologies. I do want to apologize to you since you didn't actually write that for me, but that was the fun I was having. And then the second week, I just bailed on it, and the third week, Karen did it. And today, thank you for saving the day once again because. Only you can do that intro as fabulous as you do. But yeah, once Dave put it in AI, we were having so much fun. I was like, all right, I'm going balls to the walls then.
And by the way, I know David's been training. I mean, I could see why he was impressed. He was training the AI to learn his voice and his mannerisms. Boy, that was pretty impressive. What it got his speech patterns down pretty close, except that Steph was right that it needed a little more of a smoker's. More of a Selma and who the two sisters in Simpsons? Selma and Patty. Selma and Patty. It's like we beat cancer. You know, that whole thing.
Well, I love that Dave probably like made it more clear. He's like, make it sound a little bit less like himself, right? And then Steph calls him out and is like, I don't know, it just needs to sound like you smoke a pack a day. I mean, that's what you sound like. And he's just being so nice about it and matter of fact. I'm laughing.
By the way, David hasn't shot me a message back. I shot a message to some people, and he hasn't messaged me back because I think he was worried that I was gonna come back a clone. And
it does only take 3 weeks to grow a clone, you know.
Well, I'm not a freaking clone. Good
Prove
Lord.
it.
No, what?
Prove it.
No. We're not doing that.
How do you prove it?
Well, one, you'd have to sound kind of not like me, and as far as I know, which is why I think AI would have trouble kind of. Somebody should pump in some of my stuff into AI and see what it sounds like. Because if they could do that with David, it might be able to do with me. But I use a little more inflections, so I don't know if they could pull it off. But who knows? Maybe.
Well, it's great to have you back. I'm super excited for this to come out, and I think it's going to be a fun year all around.
Yeah, it's good. If it comes out the way I think it's going to come out, it's going to change things. I mean, again, this is the Netflix documentary thing. When that came out, it snuck up on people, and because again, they had no faith in it. And so it had almost no marketing budget and no media presence at all. It just got into all the film festivals, and when Netflix picked it up, it really did something. This has a huge upfront, huge production back end, huge marketing push on the other side, and you'll know when we get closer why. And I was just honored, straight up honored to be part of this. Because coming from my sort of background, and again, I'm not going to give you too many hints. It was, I was just freaking thrilled to be in it. So,
well, that's cool. Hey, if
but
you're
not naked and afraid. You guys don't have to worry. You're not going to see me. But I've been working out. I could pull off naked and afraid.
There you go.
I think
we like that confidence.
Shut up, Peanut. I could absolutely pull it off.
It was actually Peanut that was like, as long as he doesn't wear shorts, we're okay. And
what the hell? Okay. And the reason why Peanut says that is because in Behind the Curve, again, we shot a lot of it during the summer. It was a hot summer that year. I was wearing shorts and some stuff, and it was definitely more comfortable. And Peanut does not like shorts. He just doesn't like them.
Well, it was the cargo pant short ratio to your t-shirt ratio that was just, I don't know.
No, it was
my first choice. Okay. No hard feelings. Why don't we bring on some of our friends who are hanging out backstage, see if they want to say anything. Sure. And let's just get people back up and loaded up so people can say hi to Mark, and then any questions and who's got to go or not, and we can go from there.
I thought No Despair Bear was I'm sorry, Run Boston Bear. I thought you were out of here.
No, I just had to hang out, man. Once you popped on, and your intro, the intro to this last thing was so fire. I hadn't seen the whole thing through, and it was just rocking.
He's definitely not a clone. Right
I'm
now.
not a freaking clone.
I'm watching you very closely.
No. You guys would know. I would be one of the easiest people to spot if I was a clone.
Oh, clone Mark would definitely not be wearing a hat.
Who said that?
Me, Trent. What's up, Mark?
Oh, there you are. Hey. No. In fact, no. Normally I would wear the hat, but if you knew what I went through over the last 3 weeks and change, you'd realize. Like
I'm still thinking it's Naked and Afraid Big Dick edition, right?
Big Dick edition? Wow.
You're right. That's exactly it.
That is weird because during the process, somebody threw out and I don't mind since you opened with it, the Big Dick energy. Somebody threw that out there in a conversation once, and I had not heard that in a while. I was like, okay, maybe someone will edit around that. But yeah, Big Dick edition. Thank you, appreciate that,
dude. For the reals though, because I was on that little dumbass show for a while, and for a month and a half, I didn't have my phone, a computer, access to the world.
Yeah,
isn't that a freaking trip, Mark? When you don't know it at all, what's happening in the world.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, that wasn't, again, I'm Gen X represent. But at the same time, it was the time thing for me because I come from a fairly strong German family, and Germans are obsessed with time, and I've got clocks everywhere. So all of a sudden it's like, oh no, there's no clocks. I'm going, what? What do you mean no clock? What what happens, but I totally get it. They do not want you to gauge your how your attitude and mood is based on time of day. They don't want you to look at and be like 11:30 at night. What are we still doing on camera? That sort of thing. So they want you. It's like they treat it no different than casino, which I get. Totally understood. Totally approve. And but it was still a pain in the ass. So yeah. But yeah, but not being in tech. But here's the thing, because I knew there were other people outside of this that had access to phones, I wasn't too worried, because if America all of a sudden burned down or something happened, we'd know about it. It's not like, we were completely on our own. There were people off in the distance who had phones, and I trusted in them to, look at their phones. It's like, yeah, so America's got screwed. Everybody. So,
well, German Mark, could you not tell the time of the day by where the sun and the moon was?
Oh, you're assuming again. I'm not giving away too many hints here. You're assuming I saw daylight. No, no. There was no, much like a casino, right? Where there's no windows. In true casinos, there's no windows because they don't want you to know what time of day is. They definitely don't want you to see when the sun sets and crap like that.
So you're saying this was filmed in Zuckerberg's bunker?
Exactly.
Yes,
It was a sealed set that they tried to make sure that you didn't, that not that you were disoriented, but you were isolated. So yeah.
Well, it just sounds cool to have more eyes and ears on FE. I mean.
Oh yeah, no. And again, I really do stick by that statement. You've heard this, which is, again, it's not that all press is good press, but even bad press is free. And I understand why so many people in our community did not like Behind the Curve. I get it. This isn't that. One is not a debate type of situation that's happening in it, and there's definitely not an astronaut and a physicist and a psychologist and everyone that's coming at me. This is a completely different animal, and it's much more neutral, and it is. You could not put a price tag on the exposure this thing will have.
You're not going to answer this, but did you win or not?
I can't answer that. I can't answer that. I can't. No. I do take the NDA, and by that I mean my goal is the same as their goal, which is compelling television, and I do not, in any circumstances, want to compromise that. So I treat the NDA seriously because I agree with it. It's like I understand why the NDA is there. And I'm going to hold to it as tight as I possibly can.
I mean, there's a good chance this doesn't come out for a year, right?
No, it'll come out sooner than that. It'll come out, and for several reasons, which I can't get into, but it's going to come out sooner than that. And
Nicole is asking, you were in Alaska, weren't you?
No.
What? Do you know anything that ever? Okay, first off, Alaska is not a different country. First, you don't. When I said I was out of country, Alaska doesn't count. But thank you, Nicole, for throwing that out there.
Come on, dude. You're in Alaska and you're naked in Alaska.
That's Naked and Afraid. It's a different reality show.
No, this isn't one of those crab. Can you see me on a crab fishing boat?
Sounds naked and cold.
Yeah,
I think that would kind of be cool, though.
Mark, I would go on Naked and Afraid with you.
Oh my God, I have to deal with that now tonight.
Absolutely killing me. Although you would have been, by the way, Nicole, you would have been great in this. Absolutely, you would have been great. You would have been. You would have thrived.
I should have auditioned. Well, you didn't have to audition. Mark got the word.
In season 2 of this, I am encouraging a whole bunch of people to sign up because I think you'd crush it. So. Anywho, but yeah, we'll see. But yeah, the exposure is worth it. I would not hesitate even for a second to do it again.
It doesn't appear that you came back as a clone.
No, it doesn't appear. That's the exact thing.
I don't know. He's not wearing a hat. It is a clone.
Yeah, we'll see. He got a hat on.
The hat thing. No, I mean I could put a hat on, but no. The reason why I'm not wearing a hat is because there's no point now because this whole thing was shot without a hat.
Yeah,
dude, your head's looking great, dude. I'm used to you wearing a hat, but your head's looking really fucking great, dude.
It's a known thing that clones will not take their shirts off.
I'm sorry. Say that one more time.
It's a known thing that clones will not take the shirts off.
Did you take your shirt off on the show?
My
Mark?
shirt off? No. Oh, I see what you did there. No, we're not playing that game. And you have, I'm saving
Joe Rogan hosting it.
I'll save that for
like,
my only
remember
fans
when
page,
Joe
I guess.
Rogan hosted that one show?
What did he host?
Like the original
Joe Rogan
reality
and
Survivor.
Fear Factor. We drop people off on an island and
Yeah.
No,
Well, Survivor,
no,
and they put you through like. Mark, I'm gonna call you tomorrow and we'll talk about this.
Oh boy.
I'm just saying, it's like it seems really
Foul,
fun.
temptress.
I want to know all the details. Fuck, when do we get to know?
When the show
as
airs,
soon-
obviously.
as soon as okay, here's how the rules go. Once they start sending me media segments, they will say you are allowed to release this on your channel, and then only talk about what we send you. You know, you can comment on the media that we send you, but probably no more. And they take that very seriously because they've got sway. I mean, they could all of a sudden just turn off my YouTube channel, I'm pretty sure, with a single phone call. But it's, again, you're going to have to be in suspense for a little while. I mean, for God's sakes, I just got out of there. So they're going to spend quite a bit of time on editing and then figuring out exactly how the narrative is going to be weaved.
You realize the entire community is going to harass you now for
Well, they can
weeks.
harass me now. No, what I'm more concerned about is when it comes out that I don't get butchered because people are being like, you know, why did you say, yeah, you know, if I have to hear sellout, right? I mean, again, I'm just waiting. Who's the first email? It'd be like, freaking sellout. It's like, no, that
We
isn't
already
it.
know you're a shield, so we're good with that.
Oh my god!
I mean, hell.
And the good news is I
WB #1 fan.
no, this isn't going to faze me that much because I already went through this with Netflix. So this is like, and I know people are going to be like, what, you know, why does the reason it's like, why did I get the opportunity when other people didn't? It's like, one, I put myself out there, and with all my contact information, and two, I applied, which ruins my autobiography because the autobiography was supposed to be called Unsolicited, and hey, you know what? I solicited for this. So
Yeah, but then we all get to make fun of you now, so this is fun.
you will.
Yeah,
You
but hold on.
absolutely-
Wait a second. There was a casting director, and nobody ruined your credibility, so we can blame it on the casting director. Who's cool?
Right. And again, I felt very blessed and lucky that I got to go through the vetting process, which was extensive. I mean, like proctology caliber
Are you
extensive.
talking about like somebody like put their hand? Like,
Yeah, might as
sort
well
of-
have. I mean, it was there was a lot. They want to make sure with something like this when it's this big of a production, they want to make sure that there are no skeletons in your closet. And so I was very, I was lucky. That,
Dude, you are the ultimate skeleton in the closet guy of all time. They put you. Okay, go ahead.
Can't say anything.
What you mean, like the fireworks thing? That's why I made Strange World #1. I don't know if DJ ever listened to. Did you ever listen to Strange World 1, DJ?
I did actually.
There you go. Which was my fireworks story, which I put out there immediately, and I said,
I got a question about fireworks, by the way.
Okay. Okay. What do you got?
Carry on. No, hey, I got an idea.
I'm gonna jump down. I've got to get up early in the morning.
Okay. Hey, man.
Joe,
Great to talk to you again,
great
Joe.
presentation. Love it.
Yeah, Joe, you did great
Joe.
tonight.
Hi,
You're
Joe.
not too far from us in the Outer Banks, so let's do a meetup or something.
Come out here and look at lighthouses. It's amazing.
Hey, Joe. Before
Being
you
here,
head
Joe.
out,
You're the best. Lots of
hear me?
love.
Y'all have a good
Hi,
night.
Joe.
Cheers.
Joe,
All
can
right,
you hear me?
see you later.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Now you ruined the Brady Bunch thing. Okay, what do you got, NDB?
Hey, can I buy fireworks and out of state and bring them back to my state and sell them in this state?
Yes, illegally.
Well, I would refer you to the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, who would probably have a few issues with that. And I'm telling you from personal experience, they probably would. Why in the hell are you even saying this on air? Are you insane?
I didn't say I was going to do
Talk
it.
to me
I'm asking
offline.
for
My dad's got a
friend.
guy in
don't you-
Tennessee.
why
He's one
don't
state
you-
over.
I'm thinking
friend.
smuggling cigarettes over state lines. Is that bad? Come on, man. What are you doing?
It's not bad to do that.
What, fireworks?
No, smuggling cigarettes.
Yeah.
Oh, because you smoke. I get it. That's funny. That's good. That's really, really good. The Laramie cigarette. No, you definitely do not. Okay, officially, you could make a lot of money doing that.
Right.
You don't want to do that, and if you did, just keep it on the DL. You know what I mean?
Right,
But
right.
I do not
Right.
officially
That's kind of what I
advise
was thinking. I'll tell my friend that. Yeah.
What do you have a state that like heavily regulates fireworks, and there's a state
No,
next to you that
well,
doesn't?
Kentucky, you can't buy like big fireworks. You know, they got all these tents set up around here in the shopping centers and stuff. So I was just, my friend has a trailer, and he was going to go to another state, buy some fireworks, and have a mobile trailer, sell them out of his trailer. You know, move around with it and sell them.
Yep. I know exactly what you mean, because
Yeah.
back in the day, where I was, there's a lot of Native American reservations, and they are not subject to local law enforcement when it comes to fireworks stands. It's only federal, and they can see federal, so they sell all the good stuff underneath the table, and that's where I did my business years ago.
Yeah.
And did very well until I got ratted out by that girl from New York. Who it should relate. You know what? Let's just call her. We'll just hypothetically say her name was Lori, and and Lori blackmailed me into, because my girlfriend at the time didn't want her working with us because she didn't trust her. Go figure. And this girl says, "Oh no, I want the money for the summer you were going to pay me for working." I go, "Yeah, but you haven't worked it yet." She goes, "I don't care. I want the money anyway." And I go, "What happens if I don't pay you?" And she goes, "Oh, I'm just going to rat you out." And like, what the hell ever. And I called her bluff. And you know what she did the very next day? She called the freaking feds. She called them the very next day. Yeah, and again, sleeping on it. You thought it would have calmed her down. Oh, no. First thing in the morning. Oh, let's call the FBI. Sure, that sounds like a great idea. And then when they ignored her, you know what she did? She kept calling them. She kept freaking calling them. And it was one of the funniest moments of my young life, where I was sitting in a federal office talking to agents, and I happened to throw that out there. I go, "Hey guys, just off chance, how did you catch me?" And all these guys, there was nothing guys in the office, and they go, "Dude," it's like, what the hell? It's like, what did you do to this girl to piss you off? They wouldn't tell me her name. I go, "Let me guess, Lori." And they go, "Well, we can't officially say." And like some of the guys in the back are like nodding. It's like, oh god, freaking horrible. But yeah, sorry, I'm just venting. But yeah, you want to smuggle fireworks? Hey, great, go to town, have fun with it. I'm not going to stop you.
Well, it's great. I mean, what else? Is there anything else you can share, or then we can kind of talk about whatever else?
It'll be great. It's the second I get media I can put on my channel, and if they say, hey, if you have friends that you can put it on your channel, I'm sure the trailer will be fantastic. The marketing budget for this thing is going to be insane. So it's gonna you won't be able to miss it. Let's put it that way. That's why I'm telling people in advance. It's like, wait for it, because I don't want it to come into a shock to anybody. Because I know the Netflix thing kind of snuck up on people. This will not sneak up on anybody. It's going to hit like a freaking truck. So.
Oh man, are they going to do the 10 Days of Darkness before this fucking airs?
I don't know, because it is very
it's coming, Nicole.
And again,
Mark.
Is Israel going to fall before this all happens?
By the way, that you want to know how Murphy's Law works? Is like what, the week before this thing airs, all of a sudden the bombs, the rockets start flying, and I will be looking in the sky as rockets are going overhead, and it's like, that freaking figures. Yep, that's what I expect.
Wait a second, and it'll be all reality, like the bombs are overhead, but like the reality show is you're in the bunker. You can't get out.
You're like, Mark, while you were gone, we did a bunch of shows in June with DJ.
Actually, 3.
And
this
was it 3, 4? I don't know.
Yeah,
I watched
this
them.
is number 4.
And we were like, dude, he's gonna come back like a clone.
No, I said
he's
that.
just gonna be a clone.
I didn't, Mark. I'm sorry. I don't mean to like insult you, but like, what?
Yes, she does. Yes, she does.
Yes, you do.
Well, and we were like,
if you the intro, then we'll know.
Wait, what was the insult?
Yeah, we didn't hear it.
No insult. It's Mark Sargent 2.0. It's like 2.0 of Mark Sargent's video game of his life.
Nope. Well, I mean, this will be kind of a whole nother gear for me. That's for sure, because Mark is using a different microphone. No, Rebecca, I've been using this microphone for several months now.
Oh my God, we're in a different...
Are you using a new microphone?
No, hold on.
The old Mark wouldn't use that. Yeah.
Mark, did you just Mandela us?
No, it's black. No, I've been using this microphone.
Dude, the whole internet is going to blow up.
I got a special microphone. I can tell you when I got it. I got it just for
Everybody's
the
like, what kind of microphone is Mark Sargent using?
No, you guys can go back. It's the same.
I know that even the Globers hate that little ball.
Mandela Mark Sargent.
The real Mark never had that lamp in the background.
What?
Exactly.
No. The lamp's been there. The lamp's been there for a good year.
The real Mark. Y'all are crazy.
You guys are killing me. I got this microphone.
Where's that birth
Is that the same background that you've
I was
always
taking
used?
the tattoo on his ass, DJ, but that's the same thing.
Where's that birth on your ass? We need to see.
He's too tired for this, y'all.
Dude, it looks like Mark Sargent's background is the same as DJ's background. It's just the lighting is different.
Where's that?
How do you figure
this mole with a hair?
Oh, that is a little weird that we both got kitchens in the corner.
Where's your glasses, Mark? Did you leave them in?
What glasses?
Well,
Mark, can you put 3 fingers in front of your face and we can make sure it's not AI? Come on now.
Wait, why 3 fingers?
I can't with this.
I don't know. That's a thing. Whatever.
You're holding up 2 fingers.
Well, if you do it like that, you're German.
That's like a British.
RBB, you're the one stabilizing force in this whole thing.
And I'm
Just
about
keep
to
it
bail.
together.
Like I was supposed to saying goodnight because earlier.
Are you out of here?
Mark,
listen.
actually, can I just say so?
Yeah, you
Mark, I'm so glad you're back. Welcome home.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I missed it. I'd like to say that I missed everybody, but while I was in it, I was thinking of nothing else but
me.
Yes, that was it.
You were thinking of nothing else but.
That was it. I was
Right?
lying on my back at night going, oh, Nicole, where have you been? Why have you forsaken me? Why aren't you here?
Love you guys. Bye. Bye.
All right.
Mwah, 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 mwah. You guys are the shit. I love you.
Broadcasting straight to you from a large spaceship. Can you just? That's all I need. That's all I need because I have.
Thank God they left.
You got to put Mark in the middle.
Why? I don't have to be in the middle.
Oh, there you go. That's better. It's like the round table and like you're here.
Yeah, no, I do like the Brady Bunch square thing. That's kind of fun.
I'm probably gonna dip next. This is the dirtiest I've ever been on a stream because I ran 5 miles with 7 hill repeats. I was sweating like crazy, super hot,
good
humid
Lord.
in Texas, and then I came in and I was just like, I text DJ and I was like, hey, do you care if like Dave or Witsit pops on? Because like I was gonna send a text and just say, hey, we're gonna hang out, and then I didn't even get to text Dave because I was talking to Witsit for like 40 minutes, and then I text my wife. I was like, can you bring me something to eat? And I ate it outside, and then I realized the show was starting, so I just threw on this shirt.
Huh?
That I met most. I met most. Yeah, who all was at the Vegas Flattoberfest? Yeah, look, everybody but Trent. So I threw this shirt on. I need to go shower, and man, it's been a fun show. It's been a good one. I think everybody's just chilling into just this new reality of not caring at all what the haters are saying. Because when I came into this like 2 or 3 years ago, I was still kind of worried about the trolls and the bots, and I was trying to answer questions all day long. And now it's like, dude, just either get with it or stop. Just stop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they're just fake. So many of them are fake.
Yeah.
But yeah, y'all keep crushing. Love you so much. Can't wait to see you again. But I'm going to bounce, get a shower, go to bed because I'm training for a marathon that's going to happen in late July because I got to better my time. So when I go to my 15th Boston Marathon in a row, I can still have a red wave because currently my time would probably push me back into the white wave category. And that I can't have that.
Hey, where do you live at in Texas?
Just east, east of Dallas, an hour and a half roughly.
All my fam's out in Dallas.
Yeah, my sister lives in Plano, so I'm in Dallas quite a bit. And then QTA, like Question the Answers, is in the Dallas area. I haven't met him in person yet, but there needs to be a Flat Earth meetup in the DFW area. I know TrutherCon's coming up.
For
Make
sure.
sure to make that. It was a good event last year. But Mark, can't wait to see you guys. Everybody, we'll see you at International Truth Expo. I think Carol with a K wanted a video played, maybe DJ or something, or it talked about. So I'm passing.
Okay.
Oh, and last thing, I told Half Tater that I would ask Joe about the lunar wave, like his opinion on the lunar wave, and I think he would have responded, "Waters above." And does anybody want to comment on the lunar wave before I bounce?
For me, I said years and years ago that it looked like a vertical refresh issue. You know, like
It looked
back-
like a rendering thing, yeah.
Yeah, like that kind of reminded me of a very slow version of, you know, when movie cameras would run on a television and it would do that full flicker thing.
Mhm.
You would only see in the movie thing, it was a frame rate sync up. And again, I came from the video game world, so that's what it felt like to me. Could it be physical though, as far as, you know, some sort of actual lunar wave? I'm sure I'm not going to shoot that down. But it was definitely real. Let's put it that way. Whatever was happening, it was not some weird optical illusion. It wasn't a camera issue.
Right.
It was absolutely real and almost undetectable with the human eye. And you'd only figure it out with really decent HD technology if you were looking exactly at the moon with a really, really stable camera. So yeah, really rare to spot.
Yeah,
And the glow bottle has no explanation for it.
Right? I know other people have caught it, and they've caught it across like Saturn or other luminaries. Like,
Yeah,
so that's
I've
pretty
seen
cool.
that. Yeah.
But yeah, I love y'all. I'm gonna bounce. Y'all keep crushing. I'll catch what you say tomorrow.
See you, man.
All right,
All
man.
right.
Peace.
Later, JT.
Later on.
Yep.
So Carol with the K had International Truth Expo pictures or something for me to, or a
Now,
video.
Can anybody hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yes. I think everybody muted me because all the men were talking. They say women talk too much. I'm just saying.
You showed
She
them.
wanted to show. She wanted to show the video from. She was getting tired of me not being able to talk about jamming the plane, so she was going to hop on and talk about jamming the plane because y'all were keeping me silent.
Oh, well, this perfect time for jamming the plane. Tell us, how was it?
Yeah, how was it?
It was awesome. It was awesome. Josh and his family were just amazing hosts. He had wonderful food. He's a wonderful cook. There is a video that they would like you to play that Brian Christensen. Did you get? I put it in Telegram. I can't do it for you because I'm on my phone and I am not of your generation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will look. I'll find it. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about the event and what was it like?
So I had it all set up on my computer and then all that crap. So, but basically, so we had entertainment. We had David Joshua sang, and then we had somebody else sang that I don't remember. Hold on. Comedy by Scar Bear, and then Polar Bear got up there and told some of his life stories that wasn't comedy, but it was funny as all get out. Ben Kaiser sharpened knives. Kyle and Eric. Was it Kyle and Eric? Late Night Jam with Kyle and Eric. And I have all this stuff on my computer, but I'm on my phone. So I don't know. I think I put it in Telegram too. If you want to stick that in the chat, DJ, I put it on Telegram. So,
looks like there's quite a few things. Which one would it be?
well, the Brian Christensen one was probably the first one I sent you because I wanted you to put that on there, and the rest I just put in there because I thought that I would be able to pull it off of my laptop from the Telegram because the other stuff was in a file on my other Roku computer screen.
Okay.
So, no, but it was really great. It was 3 days, camping, food, camaraderie, talking, dancing, singing, comedy. It's like it's a gathering. It's not really a meetup, and it's not an event. It's a gathering of like minds because there was a lot of talking going on, and a lot of you just meeting friends that you've never met before, and then some people came back. We missed you, Alex and Nico and Tony. They were there last year, but there were a lot of new faces this year. We had a girl, Ellie, from England, and she was trying to teach me how to speak Liverpoolian because my daughter tells me I suck at it. So it was like, let me see if I can remember what she. Oh, I don't even want to try. Are you taking a piss? I can't even. But she was fun, and she was a lot of fun. And of course, Brian is from Denmark, so he was a lot of fun. And then we had Annette Shirley gave us all massages for free, which was nice. And if I'm missing anybody, I'm sorry. It was a technical error, and I blame Mark.
Wait, why would you blame me?
That's what I did.
You couldn't fix it, and then you muted me.
I didn't mute you.
Sure, Jan.
No, I don't have the power to mute
I know.
you. There was no way I was going to fix it that fast.
Clone Mark definitely does not have the power to mute you.
not in this.
The real Mark though might have.
Computer. Next week I will have it'll be back on my channel, and then yes, I will.
Then you'll mute me. That's good. Carol, I don't know. I can't read the chat, so I don't know if I'm missing anything. So, Carol, if I'm missing anything, put it in the chat, and then somebody else can read the chat and tell you. I had to move over here by my moonroof because I'm losing internet because I'm living in Wyoming right now, and it always goes down right about 10 o'clock. So there you go.
Oh.
I think somebody up the road uses too much bandwidth or something.
Why does it go down exactly?
Well, it doesn't go down; it just gets spotty because I think somebody up road probably starts torrenting or something and uses all the bandwidth.
How do you get internet? How do you get it? Like Wi-Fi or?
Yeah, I have Wi-Fi here. Well, no, I'm on my phone now, but I'm on Verizon, and I don't know this time of night.
Say no more. You said Verizon.
That's what happens.
I get it.
Yeah, I don't know. So that's it. Any questions?
I want to see that. I want to see this video.
Okay.
Yeah, how was the weather this weekend in Colorado?
It was warm. It was cold. It was warm. It was cold. It was windy. It was warm. It was cold. It was windy. It was warm. It was cold. It was windy. It was really windy, and then it was cold, and then it was warm. And that was the first 5. That was the first 5 minutes. No, so Sue Finelli was there, and Carol, and a guy named Jason brought a tent and a mattress for them so they could sleep in it. And the first night it was so windy that they almost got blown over, and then the next night it blew the tent away. But they weren't in it. It blew the tent away before they got in it, so they had to sleep inside the garage. So.
Wow.
All right, can you guys see that?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, I think we got it.
Okay, that's the one. That's the one. Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
Up. I think it's got music and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, big place.
Yeah, it's huge. That's what she said.
Or he. Good Lord.
Or he.
That's what DJ said.
Yeah, there you go.
And Brian Christensen wrote this song.
The music's a little low,
Yeah.
so you know.
Such a great song.
It is.
Can anybody else hear the song?
Can you guys turn it up? Can you turn it up a little bit?
But
DJ, can you hear
it's
it on
on
your
full
side?
blast for me, so
Oh. Yeah, it's
I
true.
guess
It is on
can't
full
hear
blast.
it. It's on full.
I feel like I'm listening to a concert from a mile away. Barely.
Yeah, it's coming in pretty quiet, but we get the gist.
Well, unfortunately, it's on full blast on my end, so not sure what else I could do. Do you guys want me to keep
Can
going?
you take it to 11?
Ah,
This thing goes up to 11. Yeah, keep going.
It's on 0 for them. Oh, sorry, guys. I don't know what to do.
yes, we know, Carol. We know you can't hear it.
Wait,
Caps lock's
you
on
know
too.
what? You know what you could do is post the link in chat and let people
Yeah,
look
just
at
post
it.
the link. People can download it. It'll be fine.
All right.
Yeah,
well,
it's beautiful. So
Yeah, for whatever reason, it's just not coming through, DJ.
And that's Josh there in the hat. Fathead, sorry. That's Fathead there in the hat.
Nice local sun shot right there.
Right? Look at that flat plane.
Yeah. What town was this in again?
It's outside of Calhoun, east of Calhoun, Colorado, which is east of Colorado Springs.
Nice.
About an hour. I don't know. I didn't pay any attention. I just drove it. And then I had the honor of taking Sue back to Boulder after. We had a nice chat. It was nice to see her again since Vegas, and it was fun. I flat smacked her brother. I hope she forgives me.
Boulder, my own stomping grounds.
Yeah.
No, DG can't. We can't hear it. Yeah, I was in Boulder for 20 years. I was there from 95 to 2015.
Yeah.
Great time to be there.
It's huge. He actually lives in Lyons, but he was living in Boulder. But he has a nice house that's up on top of the mountain. I didn't know if I could get down in my van.
I was lucky. Lyons, which is up the road from Boulder, has one of the best pinball collection arcades in the country. And so I would go up there and play pinball, and it was so much fun.
Yeah, it was a good time. I hope he's doing it next year in June. He wants everybody to come and just have a good, relaxing time, fun talking and like-minding. And the conversations were amazing because it's not event after event after event. You don't have to listen to people speak like Mark. You can just, go and talk and to people.
She's getting you back. That's all I know. For all the who?
This is why we don't talk that much, Susan.
Well, that's why you muted me, Mike.
Well,
sorry, my ribs.
I don't know what to say. I got to hear it. It was great.
It was awesome. Okay, I'm done. Wow. Unless Carol said something in the chat that I didn't catch. Did you catch anything that Carol said?
I know.
Carol
did everything but type all caps. So
Carol said a lot.
She does.
By the way, appreciate the moderator festival that's happening in chat. There's a lot of blue names in there.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
I
So
think-
Jam Plane, we'll kind of break down that. Once we get more photos and stuff, we can talk about that. There's a few things that I want to do shout out. I got some mailbag stuff while Mark was gone.
Hey.
Curious does.
What did you get?
Yeah.
I got lots of goodies this time. So I kind of showed it off last week, but just really quick. A shout out again to Anna, who gave me some Sweetwater taffy, and shout out to JJ Hempbear, who sent me some really amazing soaps. And this, I really wanted to shout out the CBD rub because I was actually having some like muscle cramps, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna give it a shot. It went away, and it felt really great on like your back of your thighs. So if you're experiencing any kind of pain like that, I don't know, just something cool, you can check out his JJ Hempbear website, and I'll be speaking more about other cool products that come my way. And if you want to send me something, you can reach out to me via Telegram or email me, djcuriousstrangeworld@gmail.com. And I now have a mailing address where I can safely have things delivered. So very, 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 very grateful for the goodies and everything. And thank you again to everybody. And also shout out to Sally, who sent me opera fudge, and that was absolutely delicious. And I'm just feeling very spoiled by everybody. So Mark, you're so used to it every day getting something. Feel free to send me a little snack or cookies. I don't mind. I love chocolate. Sure.
You say opera fudge?
I got some amazing opera fudge. So her family started this certain kind of chocolatey peanut butter mix, like a fudge candy.
It's very good. Very, very good.
Really?
Very good. So
I had to ration it out because I would have just gobbled that stuff down. It was very, very tasty.
It was perfect. It was like the perfect sweetness and just so savory and delicious. I don't know. It was great.
So my address is.
Oh yeah, right. I know.
Yeah. Send something to me, okay? Joking.
I guess being co-host has some perks, so you know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Who makes it? Who'd you get it from, DJ? The fudge.
Sally.
So they have a business that they make fudge or something.
Her family did, I guess, long ago.
Oh, okay.
And she kept up the recipe and learned from her family, whether her mom and her grandmother, I'm assuming. So something
Right.
of a neat story. Just cool, you know.
That's cool,
where
yeah.
it's come from. Is like grandma made it, and that's what I like. Just things that are unique like that. That was great.
And Sally's awesome too. Did she send you any meetup photos?
She did. So I was actually going to try to pull those up too.
I gotta run, guys. Y'all have a good one. Nice to
Bye, Peanut.
Smoke one for me.
Bye, Peanut.
Sleep well.
Bye, Peanut.
Dream of me.
Smoke them if you got them.
Smoke. He always has them. I've never seen him not have cigarettes on hand.
Hey, Flat Sandra, I think I know why they've been muting you, because you got your phone sitting too close and it's picking up the audio and it's like messing shit up. So you either got to hold it. You either got to hold it up off of something, or it's feeding back somehow.
It's hanging on something.
Well,
I don't hear any.
Now it's gone.
Really? I wasn't hearing anything from her.
Yeah. It's gone now.
It's definitely picking up something. I don't know who it is exactly, but
Well, it's got to be Sandra because she's just a terrible person. So.
Right.
Really?
Well,
Hold on.
was that out loud?
It went away whenever she muted.
I was hoping that was my inner voice that was saying that, but it wasn't.
Oh, okay. Maybe.
I think what it is my old computer sounds like it's kerneling all the time, and I don't know why. That's probably what you're hearing. So I just turned it off.
Yeah, it got quiet.
There was a question in the chat, which was, what did I miss most? Other than not knowing what time it was, decent showers. How's that? The showers they gave us deliberately sucked. And so when I finally was done, the first shower I had that was good was like a semi-religious experience. You do not appreciate. I'm a big fan of dualism. You don't appreciate what you have until you haven't, hot and cold, light and shadow, pain and pleasure. So yeah, I will never take showers for granted ever again. There you go. There's the answer to your question.
Okay. Well, I'm still
now everybody's picturing Mark in the shower now. I'm just saying.
Exactly. That's what I was gunning for.
Well, I wasn't, Sandra, but now we know. Now we know you were.
I know those guys.
And now you say that, I don't believe you.
That's part of the Russian spy club right there.
Yeah. Which one?
Or who's the Russian spy? That's what
The guy that's doing the weird. He's doing the hand signal.
He's got the sunglasses on.
Yeah, sunglasses guy. He's trying to do the hand signal, but his other hand isn't in the right position, so he was close. But yeah, Russian spy.
Adam is
Somebody
the
alert
Russian
Interpol,
spy.
and let's get this guy picked up.
Unbelievable. I loved him too. That's so sad.
Did you?
Comrade, what are you doing, comrade?
Yes.
When are you going to flip? It's coming for us. Well, that looks like a fun meetup. She's very consistent with her meetups, and I think that's very cool.
Yeah.
If I could show any more of the pictures she's saying. Let's see if you guys see that. There's Joe.
Oh,
Hey.
I love Joe.
Joe's a sweetheart. Sally again.
Sally.
That looks like communist Russia.
That looks vaguely. Wait, no, that's Russian. That's definitely that's Russian lettering. Who the hell is this guy? He's actually freaking Russian.
Oh my God. Wait,
oh, for the love of God, Lenin? Seriously?
I think they did it on purpose.
I think they did it on purpose.
Wait, did they do this on purpose? Literally, they pick up some Russian propaganda.
Just because every time you put him up, you look for the Russian guy.
So now it's like, oh no, now everybody's a potential suspect. That's awesome. That is so awesome.
Wait, this is hilarious. All right.
Oh my god.
Straight out of Siberia.
Siberia.
I mean, seriously, the Lenin flag, that's classic right there.
It's Boris and Natasha.
Boris. Musensko.
Vladimir and
Musensko.
All right, that was cool. Thanks for sending that. Yeah, spot your Russian spy and send it to us. We'll see. Out.
Oh, and to Ronald Lee in chat, hey, see you there. Thank you for stopping by. Ronald Lee's actually in Alaska, so Nico would have been happy there. No, I was not in Alaska, because again, Alaska is part of America. It's not its own country. I mean, it might as well be, but
so we've covered quite a bit. I mean, glad we got the recap from Mark. We covered America 250, all that trash at the White House, and what else? Disclosure Day. That's what we got to talk about. That came out first.
I had such
like,
high hope for that movie.
Did you see it already, Mark?
No. I saw the reviews as I was coming back, and they were not kind at all.
No, it wasn't a good movie, and it had like symbolism galore. If you were looking for it.
Great. I mean, it still helps with the whole possible alien disclosure data dump from the government. Sure. But who knows? Maybe that's why they pulled Spielberg into the project, because it made it more high profile. But you could have done it with other people too, I suppose. Anyway, I'm not going to see it till it's on streaming, and even then, I don't really care. His best thing was Close Encounters back in the 70s. That's when he made his best stuff.
Look,
Yeah, the mashed potatoes.
Yes, mashed potatoes, and then the whole backyard. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I actually went out to Devil's Tower just to check it out. It was fun.
I live in Wyoming.
I know, so you really have no choice. You
have to.
Yeah.
Hey, when you saw Devil's Tower in person, what did it look like to you? Is it a chopped down tree? Is it a?
It looks more like a tree than a volcano. And so the Native Americans here, the story was when I was growing up, because in every state you learn your own state's history, and it's a story about the 3 Indian maidens who are running away from a bear, and they climb on a tree stump, and the tree stump grows, and then the bear claws the tree stump. And they go up to heaven. So even in the Native American culture, it's a tree. So I don't know.
That's interesting.
Yeah, looks like a tree to me. But
looks like a tree to me too.
Just saying.
If you dig into the ground, can you find roots that extend out? That would be very telling, right?
There is a rumor that that's true, but I don't know if that's just a rumor. I've never really dug. I do know that, so in Lander, little thing, Paul Petzold started a National Outdoor Leadership School, and he went up to the top. They climbed up to the top of Devil's Tower, and then they couldn't get down, so they needed to have a helicopter rescue them. That was fun fact.
Interesting. Well, as far as alien contact kind of movies go, this was at the bottom of the list for me. If I was still a Glober, and I would have been so excited for this movie, you guys, I would have been just like, couldn't even wait, like dying to see it. And then and so being a flat earther now, we're like, okay, this is such BS. So I was really dreading seeing it, because I'd heard the reviews were boring on top of it. Besides the fact that it's brainwashing, it's like worst. But supposedly, for some people, they're like, this is exactly what's happening. Remote viewing and alien contact trying to teach us the ways of the universe, and all the things of just really priming the basic globe friend to be like, oh yeah, when aliens show up, just listen to them. That's the whole movie in a nutshell. But it was just so horrible and boring and lame all the way through, that even if you were a Glober and you wanted that and you wanted to like it, I don't think you really could. You would have to really dig deep to be like, this movie was actually anything worth seeing, because it was just bad on top of it. It was so bad. It was like the Crystal Skull bad, when freaking Kate Blanchett is like chasing them in the Jeeps, and they got her leg on one Jeep and the other Jeep, and it's bad graphics, and you're just like, this is just legacy for me. That's what happened. It was bad. So
it's almost as bad as that Obama film, right?
Oh, Leave the World Behind. That was actually
I never saw that one.
I've got so much propaganda.
There
so
was
much.
a lot of propaganda in
It
it.
was like kind of ominous. It was a little bit more like, ooh, this is freaky. As you're watching it, okay, the jets are flying out of the sky, and you're like, ooh, that would be creepy. Or the boat coming towards you. Like that movie actually was more entertaining in the sense of like, all right, I'm at a movie, I'm having an experience. This movie, Disclosure Day, was just so lame the whole way through. I mean, the remote viewing they were trying to do and the concept, and then the alien reveal. I was like, oh god, I'm so glad I'm not a globe, like just stuck in that mindset.
I still think the alien reveal would have been better if it was ET.
Yeah, that would
like actual freaking ET.
came back and it was like one of the kids, you know, Elliot. It should have been Elliot.
Elliot.
You know what, Trent? You're right. It should have been a grown-up Elliot, and ET's coming back to be like, now it's time to teach these. That would have been way cooler. But it was still bad. It still sucked.
I waited so long for aliens to come because, you know. And then right after COVID hit, do you remember they released the aliens existed and nobody cared? Do you remember that? The government released in like in 2021. Aliens. You guys don't remember that?
Well, so that was kind of the crappy thing about Disclosure Day. It was like during the disclosure, the videos they were showing are the same videos that have been disclosed to us already.
Forever.
Right? Like,
yeah.
yeah,
Right.
and so in a way, I almost feel like the movie was saying like, hey, check us out. Those videos we showed you was disclosure. Right? It was almost to reiterate that we haven't been disclosed to, and nobody's freaking out.
Yeah, nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Well, then also too, have y'all seen James Franco's stuff on TikTok? Oh, he's been posting like crazy. He looks a little nuts, but he keeps claiming that he keeps seeing an alien figure that has approached him, and it's kind of weird, to be honest. He seems a little crazy, but it also seems like yet another actor propping up the alien deception. So I don't know. It feels like something's on the horizon soon. They're not going to be aliens. They're going to be demons. But
hoping for something. Anything.
Kind of prime.
Yeah, I know my popcorn's getting low. You know, like I've been waiting for a bit.
Yeah.
There you go. Exactly. The popcorn's getting low. It's like, come on, we're running out of. I feel like the Globe side is just running out of interesting things anyway at this point. They would either have to go back to more boring life or just bring on the aliens. If that's what. I mean, how could we be any more primed? Ancient Aliens for 20 years, all the movies, the people, the government, people losing faith in the leadership. It's
Right.
all just seems very well orchestrated. And of course, Steven Spielberg was like, oh, this just coincides with all the government release. I have nothing to do with it. It's like, give me a break. And so last week we played his former assistant being like, yeah, I don't buy that. I think he was, like, no, this is definitely some sort of influence from the government to put this out when he did at this point. And whether it's to make money and make the movie more interesting, no, I think it's because they want us to believe in aliens. And the whole message is listen to them. And they have the sympathy card that Roswell, they were crashing. Like, what's with all these? Somebody asked me at the end of the movie, they're like, what'd you think? This poor older guy. And I'm like, hands down. He's like, really? Why? And I was like, well, first of all, someone needs to teach these aliens how to fly a freaking ship, because why would they be crashing all the time? And he was like, you're right. And you could just tell, like, the brainwash was so thick with him, where he was
I never thought of that.
the movie was so good, right? No, these aliens have been spying and anally probing us and doing all sorts of crazy mutilation.
Yeah.
And we're so sorry for them. All of a sudden, I couldn't understand.
They can walk through walls, but they can't fly a fucking aircraft. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. We're supposed to listen to you, but you can't drive. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, so I was like, sir, how much time do you have? Because he has no idea who he just talked to.
Yeah.
He was like, by the way, space isn't real. Aliens are fake. Aliens are demons. Everything's a deception about the. It's like, I didn't go there. I just was very kind and like, no, I just didn't like it. It was bad. Sorry. But then I realized that makes you look like kind of like the a-hole, because everyone should just say, oh, the movie was great. I'm like, this movie sucked. Anyway, anyone else? Anyone? Bueller?
So what did they disclose exactly?
That aliens can't drive, that we're mean to them, and that everything they do is right, and that humans suck. And
at the very end, the alien tells him something, and it's this big thing, and then it ends with Home Chick being like, well, this is what the alien said, and then cut like to credits. So at least you
Begonia was way better than that then.
Oh, way better. I mean, to be honest, to me, like Disclosure Day, like the stuff that they disclosed is literally the stuff, orbs flying through the air and stuff that we've already seen and been disclosed to. So it was almost to me like a slap in the face of like, hey, wake up, everybody. Like, we disclosed aliens to you, and you were supposed to freak out a little more than anybody did.
Yeah, because here I have something.
Well, it's like a title grab, you know,
This is what people are. This is why the Globe side, they don't care because of exactly this. This is
UFOs exist and aliens are real.
Do something about inflation and the cost of housing.
Hold corrupt.
Affordable health. Improve public education instead of defunding. Make the justice system fair for everyone, not just the wealthy. Do something about mass surveillancing and protect our privacy. Get money out of politics. Tax the rich fairly. Stop lying or spinning facts to protect your image. Release the Epstein files.
UFOs exist and aliens are real.
Yeah, we know.
UFOs exist and aliens are real.
Yeah, it's just nobody cares on that side. That's what's even funnier to me. It's just wild.
Oh, that's great. I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, there's so many videos about it. Like last week we were talking about remote viewers and we're talking about channelers and what they think is going on. The one last week that I played, she thinks she's remote viewed Antarctica, and so and that there's other planets. So now she was asked about flat Earth. This is kind of.
What do you think about flat Earth?
I think that there are certain things that could be accredited to maybe there is something beyond Antarctica, right? I definitely know that there's an inner Earth. I've seen it, but I've been off planet quite a few times.
Okay.
And from what I see, it's round. And from what I know, there is space. And from what I know, there are other planets that are also round and spherical. And I've been to those too. So from my own personal experience, I do believe that the Earth is round.
What do you think about flat?
Yeah.
If you use the word round, that's a giveaway.
This girl's back.
Was Jesus actually
Oh wait, that's not the one. Well, the answer is this is how demonic it is. You just want to see
God in his human form like other Christians claim? No, thank you.
Okay, hon.
Do we as collective decide figures like Jesus have power and therefore we give it spiritual power by believing, praying, rituals, or whatever? Yes, thank you, absolutely.
Okay, that wasn't the one, but she has another one where she's asking like the aliens. Maybe it's this one.
I've always been a huge fan of Neil deGrasse Tyson, but in recent years I've wondered how authentic he is. He seems far too educated and intelligent to not know about aliens being here and how corrupt NASA can be. But what do you pick up on him? So just full disclosure, Neil deGrasse Tyson has always sort of given me the ick. I couldn't ever put my finger on why. I think he's very intelligent. I think he's very well educated, but there was just something that hasn't sat right with me about him. Merlin's like, he's the op. That's what the kids say these days, right? He's been part of the narrative keeping aliens tamped down because he benefits from the system. Yeah. It's almost like his fear.
I have hope for her. You know, she's.
I don't. She definitely still is up to date on her COVID boosters. Like, she is nuts.
Yeah, poor thing. I have hope for her because you know she's on to Neil deGrasse Tyson, but she's still thinking that these little rods are telling her the truth.
Is there an underworld in Antarctica? Yes, thank you. Is there a sun in the underworld? No, thank you. Is there a world somewhere that looks like the Avatar movies? Yes, thank you. Can it be seen when a person has a consciousness shift? Yes, thank you. Does God have a personhood? No, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
What'd you say? Does God what?
Have a personhood, and it would said no. So you know, I mean, look, I don't know if that was that easy. Why don't we just all get some dowsing rods and ask whatever about anything? Ridiculous, but
I wonder how those work exactly.
I don't know. But that's what
besides somebody twisting them in their hands.
I mean, she's not getting the right information, but there's been a few different things that we could go in multiple directions, but this guy has been cracking me up this past week.
When you tell a Glober that the Earth is flat, they just they get so upset because they're having an emotional reaction. You're challenging their core beliefs with logic. And if you know anything about psychology, when you're backed into a corner, having an emotional reaction is totally normal. Oh, well, Commander, how come you never debate anyone with a science background? Maybe the nature of our reality isn't entirely a scientific subject. Some guy 500 years ago made an equation. When you tell a Glober that the Earth...
He's not wrong. That is kind of how I reacted.
Or they make fun of you.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a stupid flat earther. He thinks the damn Earth's flat over there. I got baseball umpires that make fun of me every time I see them, and we're all around together. When we're around a bunch of other umpires, they always say, "Oh, Anthony's a damn flat earther." I'm like, yeah, it's flat. What do you want me to do? I mean,
have you come across?
I don't back down from them. I can't believe you. I can't help it. You think you live on a fucking space testicle? That's not my problem. That's your problem.
Yeah. Well, more and more people are figuring that things are off. Like this guy sums it up pretty well.
Well, here's my question. Where do we go from here? We know the entire system's fake. All the world leaders are puppets. We've been lied to from all angles pretty much our whole lives. Whoever's really in charge is evil, like really evil, like sacrificing kids evil. Aliens, UFOs, and reptilians are real. Vaccines that are supposed to help you are actually made to kill you. Organic food at the grocery store is toxic. Our air is sprayed with the chemtrail poison that pollute the rain. Voting doesn't matter. Hell, cash is printed out of thin air. Sugary soda refills at the restaurant are free, but healthcare isn't. Which leaves us with the only conspiracy left. That's the glittery mystic people on the other side of Antarctica living in the Earth. That makes the Earth flat, and the moon is a mirror, and space is fake. But no time for figuring all that shit out, because Big BB needs your tax dollars, and your bills are due, and you're late to work. Your people are armed, but they're all spread out. They're pissed off, too busy and broke to leave their little bubble. And be sure not to do anything or say anything crazy, because they are watching and listening. Just because they get away with everything don't mean you can. If you call any of that out or crash out, you're crazy and painted to be the bad guy. They'll send a damn pigeon drone after you or blackmail you. And to top it all off, all of the good people are fighting against each other and hating each other. We are all in this retarded shit show circus together.
Yeah.
Like, what the flying fuck is going on? Well, here's my question. Where do we go from...
Yeah.
It seems like we're living in a time of great deception. I don't know. Could be the little season.
Well, it was a deception. I think everybody's seeing through the deception now.
It's definitely becoming more and more. There are things that people are waking
Since COVID, man, I've heard way more people waking up to shit than before.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
There, at least people are questioning. Things are just getting more interesting in that regard, because we talk a lot about that on the Strange Lounge and in Strange World, where how many accounts they're pushing the flat earth information on their major social media accounts. So all the content that's been around for 10 years is being blasted throughout TikTok, Instagram, whatever, with things about the earth and just people going home. It's kind of the next thing that needs to take hold. So it's wild timing, in my opinion, right on the heels of Artemis, and that was never.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark, since I forgot you just got back, did you see where the government had to shut down Claude 5's version called Fable 5 and Mythos 5?
No.
Oh, the government put they were like, you have to shut it down in like an hour, because it was, as soon as Fable came out, it was so powerful and could create infinite things, a video game, a movie, a this or that on a prompt. And it was like Fable 5 was the edited version and Mythos 5 was the like unedited version. You could get anything like government secrets from it.
Sure.
And blah, blah, blah. Somebody like found a way to get Fable to divulge some of the things that Mythos 5 had. And then the government had to immediately suspend it because it was too powerful.
Wow.
So AI is finally getting to that point where it's so powerful, people are worried about it.
Huh. Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah.
I mean, shoot. I don't know. I still think AI is demonic.
Yeah. And Mark, you missed the the reflecting pool getting turned green.
Yeah, I caught some stories.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
So that he turned it green so Trump could drain the swamp.
Yeah, saw that.
It had algae in it and everything. Oh my God, what idiots!
Yep. I'm kind of waiting to see. The 4th of July is coming up here pretty quick. It's next. It's a week
from Saturday. A week from this Saturday.
Yep, week from this Saturday. Kind of curious to see how that's going to play out.
Nothing.
Yeah, that'll
big
be
nothing burger.
Yeah, the odds say it'll be a nothing burger, but
dude, nothing's happening. We've been saying shit for years. Nothing's fucking happened.
Yeah, I know. A girl can dream, can't she?
Yes, she can.
Yeah.
The new Artemis crew got revealed.
Yeah, what was that about?
What?
A new Artemis crew?
For Artemis 3?
3 crew, here we go.
Sweet.
Oh, it's got to be a joke.
I may be unusual, but I love Apollo 9.
Gosh, it's not just because of the movie, but Apollo 13, and the fact that they overcame a challenge working together as a team.
That's them.
And the fact that they
When's that launch supposedly going to happen?
Perceived
their favorite movie
dangers of moments, and that helped them overcome that challenge. I think that to me is probably more special.
Yeah, so they're the new crew. It's just a little boring.
When's that supposed to actually take off? Like, when's that supposed to happen?
Yeah, like 2027.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
And are they actually going to land on the moon? Like, what's the point of this new mission?
Yeah, like never.
You cannot do it. I'm not kidding you. There's no way you can fake. You want to fake the inside of a capsule? That's easy enough. But you cannot fake a moon landing anymore. You can't do it. There isn't enough AI in the world that can fake it for you. That can't be detected. You can talk about it all you want, but you can't even imagine.
I actually don't know what exactly. They were supposed to be landing on the moon. So Artemis 3 is actually going to do what?
Well, you want me to look it up?
I'm going to look it up while you guys just...
I mean, they could say that they're going to try to land on the moon, but what do you do at that point?
Nope,
you're committed at that
orbital test flight that will stay near Earth to practice rendezvous and docking maneuvers with commercial lunar landers.
So it's not even going.
Practice rendezvous? Don't we already do that all the time when getting things?
Whatever. Just. Whatever. It's dumb. Dumb.
Because they can't. They got to keep the Globers on the edge of their seat, and then we got to change it up. The Blue Origin thing exploded. I don't know if you saw that, Mark. Obviously not.
I did. I heard somebody. You guys talked about it in one of your.
Yeah, that was Dave.
Dave twice, right?
We talked about it with them, and so it's kind of just goes. Ooh, first of all, how lucky Katy Perry wasn't on that one, right? I mean, that would have been like Dave said, that would have been a national tragedy.
Was it which is just a standard tourist rocket, the same sort of thing?
No, this was a little bit different, where they apparently were using it to, shuttle materials back and forth, and that it was going to be very integral to the Artemis missions. But these rockets are just still so unstable. So again, they get to deflect and change, and so it just helps them. We'll still collect your money, and we're working on it, but we're not going to be able to land on the moon. Sorry, that was the plan all along, but nope, we're not. Wow, it's crazy.
Just so awful.
Well, it's just.
Oh, Mark, you missed the SpaceX IPO as well.
Yeah, that was the first thing I
It
brought.
went public.
Yeah. And then I think it immediately tanked, right? Like, what's it sitting at now? I think anybody that bought in lost money already.
Oh, it's crazy. Because they were pushing it on Instagram, like, invest now, SpaceX going public, that kind of a thing. It's like, wow. Yeah, weak. It's all corruption. It's just part of this whole fake space lie to make Elon's companies look more innovative than they are, and yeah, you know, I think it's.
Did you see that video of Elon saying that our new god's going to come out of Memphis?
So
data center is?
What
Go ahead.
What no? What's he talking about? Memphis.
Oh,
coming out
well,
of Memphis?
yeah, I sent you a TikTok video on it, but there's an interview, I think, with Jordan Peterson and Elon Musk. And they were talking about like a data center in Memphis, in which Elon was like, "You talking about Memphis, the Egyptian capital of the world?" And then he said, "That's where our new god's going to come from." He was making a new joke about it. But yeah, I mean, it got kind of scrubbed a little bit, but it was an interview with Jordan Peterson.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Makes
know.
I don't know if you got it. I sent it to you on TikTok, DJ, so I don't know if you got it.
TikTok is it's hard for me to play TikTok on here for whatever reason because I don't have my account logged in. So I'll see if I can find it.
Well, Memphis is on the Isis River, so there's that.
Yeah, I feel like Elon just drops little truth nuggets and he says it in a way that nobody freaking even pays attention.
Well, he sounds retarded when he talks, so.
I mean, because he kind of is.
Yeah.
Such a
Allegedly. I think he's a lizard person, just like Trump. I think they're all fucking lizard people.
I mean, he's definitely connected. His mom does Freemason symbols all over the place, and his dad is the one that was big on technocracy, and he comes from a weird background. That's for sure.
They don't look like us. And they don't act like us.
I won't be able to pull it up, but I think what we're going to be doing is kind of winding down and getting ready to land this plane because we've been going at it for 3 hours and 36 minutes.
That sounds good. I got to wake up early, so I'll be the first to bounce.
All right.
DJ, Mark, it's good to see you again. Good to have you back.
Yeah, nice to see you. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for
Definitely
being here.
not a clone.
No, not a clone.
He's got stock in Home Depot, though.
Humor.
I don't know. We're still suspicious. Say broadcasting straight to you from a large spaceship currently award. You can do it like that. I'll believe you.
Yeah.
Killing me.
I guess we'll do it next week.
Do it. Yeah.
Broadcasting straight to you.
Mark, did you actually get to see DJ's initial like trying to be you on the intro? I was, you know, when you're watching a comedian bomb and you just like feel like you want to like do this, like
yeah.
And he did it in front of Weiss, and Weiss is the worst audience ever.
Yes.
He is merciless.
Well, in my mind, I'm like, they think I'm really trying to be Mark. I'm like, I was so confused. I'm like, I have a hat on. I don't even wear hats. And I'm like, I'm not trying to be Mark. I'm trying to do an impression. But anywho, as soon as I saw that it was crashing, I was like, the shit you wrote for me.
Yeah.
Clearly not. I was
Blame me. Blame me. It was thousands of miles away. Blame me. Yeah.
That was just for you to laugh, and I think I succeeded with that.
Thank you. Appreciate that. It's good.
But yeah, never again.
So when are you leaving again, Mark? When are you going back out?
I do not know. Maybe for the premiere. Believe it or not. But
Is that before November, the FIC?
No. It'd be after.
Or whatever.
Yeah, no, it'd be after. It's gonna be a little while. I think I'm safe for now.
You look a little red.
Do I?
Yeah.
I think it's the lighting.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah. If I stand too far back from this light right here, the like about closer, lighter, further back, red.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm not a freaking clone. You can't
You
just
look
say
really red. I don't know. You don't look like the pasty, crusty, white Northwestern Mark Sargent we all do with
I
a hat on.
have gotten some sun. Clones don't get sun, as far as I know.
As far as you know.
As far as you guys, stop it. You know full well I'm not a clone. If I
Only
did,
a
you'd
clone would say
you'd
that.
be whispering in the back.
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with him? Is he okay? Plus, I'd be saying stuff like, I don't know about this flat Earth stuff. I just don't see it. You know, that sort of crap. No.
Yeah, you just said it. That's what a clone would do.
DJ, will you wrap up the show, please?
Being here, chat. If you're still with us, that was a fun night. We'll be back next week on that same flat time and same flat channel on Mark's channel for an official Strange World episode. Guys, thanks for being here tonight as well. So why don't we say our goodbyes? So we'll start with the Flat Mama. Say goodnight.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you. Say goodnight, NDB.
Adios, amigos.
Trent, say goodnight.
Matt, everybody. Mark, DJ, Sandra, everybody. Good to see y'all.
And Mark, say goodnight.
Good night, Mark.
All right, that is a wrap. Guys, what a great time. It was fun. If you stuck around for all 4 episodes with me, I'm so grateful for you guys coming over from the Strange World channel. We'll be back next week with another episode of Strange Lounge. And I am going to queue up just for Bill Keith. He has updated the closing song one more time, and I'm very excited to hopefully this works. And good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Stay strange, stay curious.
Turn the lights down low. You made it through the strange world. Now come chill with us in the lounge. Neon drips of the city sky, static hearts, but we're still on high. Phones light up like constellations. Every call is a revelation of the world bends. After the show, we'll let the truth move, soft and slow. No maps here, no wrong or right, just strange souls up late tonight. Sit that sound, let the doubt unwind. Leave any fear behind. If you're curious, you're right on time. This is yours, this is mine. Welcome to the Strange Lounge, where the night won't judge you. DJ Curious on the waves. Mark Sargent keeping it brave. Call it in, let us get out.
Hold on, they're just like in that movie. I know, just keep your head down.
Move your body, feel that beat. In the Strange Lounge. Stay curious now. Let's breathe like a velvet dream. Baseline pulls you in between. Truth can dance, doesn't have to fight. Feels better in the afternight. Laugh it off, let it get surreal. What's imagined starts to feel real. No agenda, just vibes tonight. Strangers safe under our lounge light. If the world feels upside down, we spin it back flat with sound. Take a seat, take a chance. Lose yourself inside this dance. Welcome to the Strange Lounge, where the night don't judge you. DJ Curious on the waves. Mark Sargent keeping it brave. Call it in, let it spill out loud. Every truth a part of the crowd. Turn the strange into something sweet. Move your body, feel that beat. Stay curious now. Stay curious now. Not here to save the world, just here to feel it. Not here to prove a thing, just let it move you. Welcome to the Strange Lounge, where the weird feels beautiful. After dark, after truth, after everything you knew. Hands up, let the signal glow. This is where no one is a stranger, you know. Lost or not, you're not alone. In the Strange Lounge feels like home.
Katy Perry.
Katy Perry.